welcome to episode 1 of the Banter Room. So a bit of background on the Banter Room. It's a new weekly podcast with 3 mates talking everything from games, movies to weekly topics. My name is Niall and I'll be joined today by my 2 mates, Brett and Bobby. Typically what the show is, it's going to be a weekly conversation. We'll get together, we'll chat shit, and we'll just see what we can do and what we can basically come up with each and every week. If you like the show, feel free to like and subscribe and send hate mail to the Banter Room Podcast ni@gmail.com. But let's get into it. So, boys, episode 1, wait there, can I just say? Episode 1, the day before Christmas Eve. A Christmas miracle. It's like the birth of Jesus, but with us free, and we're free gods.
3 wise men. It's the 3 wise men.
3 wide men. 3 very wide men. So, how is everyone?
Feels, no, go ahead.
What feels?
No, I was actually going to say, it feels like we've been planning this for a whole month.
It does.
How long it's been.
I know.
Like every night we were on there just doing stuff, and it feels like it's just been like ages.
Yeah. If you go on our TikTok, yeah.
Everybody
like a week.
Raise the drink for the first podcast. And cheers, motherfuckers, and happy Christmas Eve.
So why don't we just start by talking more about what we're drinking? So, bit of background. I went to Asda today, got an online collection for beer. I was going to go Desperados. I'm a Corona fan, but I wanted to go outside my comfort zone a wee bit. It got substituted for Amstel. Don't know how I feel about that, but it's not bad.
You get delivery, did you?
No, collection. I wasn't willing to put it back in and go into the shop though. It was too cold, and in store I was too busy. What are you drinking, Brett?
I am on Coors Light. I got it today as part of a Secret Santa, so free drink. Can't say no. Love it.
You usually drink Coors?
I drink any beer. My favorite beer would be Heverly. But I'm a bit like you. Recently I've been going through like different like kind of brands. Have you tried the Brewdog? Have you tried it?
I've heard of it. Haven't tried it.
It's really good. I just like trying different beers to see kind of what I fancy. But Heverly would be my kind of go-to, but still fucking expensive.
Lovely. You're on the Coors. I'm on the Amstel. Bobby.
I'm on Corona, mate.
The 2020.
Do you know what? I actually don't even drink Corona that much. I don't even drink it at all, actually, to be honest. But I just took a fancy for it the other week, and I'm on the second crate.
I love it. Ooh. Bit of lime in her, boy.
You should mix it with Disaronno, and it turns into Dr. Pepper.
I got
it today. It's a real thing. So Disaronno is amaretto. So just mix. You literally drink like half your bottle of Corona, and then pour in your Disaronno, and it tastes like Dr. Pepper.
What's amaretto?
Amaretto. It's a type of liqueur.
Oh. Okay. And what's it like? What's Dr. Pepper flavor? I don't even really know. It's like fucking mouthwash sometimes. It's a bit weird. It's like root beer, isn't it? It's like root beer. I love root.
I don't know. I don't think I've had root beer, to be fair. Dr. Pepper.
It's like a cherry Coke.
Yes.
I want to say kind of like a spicy Coke. It's kind of like a winter Christmas spice.
Dr. Pepper is not a Christmas spice Coke. It's Pepsi Max cherry. Well, anyway, so obviously we're just kind of mentioning what we're drinking. What have you guys been up to this week? What's new with you? Directed at Brett.
I think today it's pretty much getting sorted for Christmas. We really left everything last minute. So it was just today going around town and getting everybody their presents and sorting out Secret Santas and the usual run up to Christmas. Just hectic. Yeah.
Can I just say it's fucking great to be off work. I slept in today. I had a lie-in for the first time in years, 8:15. Didn't know what was happening.
Oh, I've actually got news for you.
What?
So I actually have a job. I'll be starting in January, which is a very strange job because I forgot to apply for it. What are you doing? I did the interview for it. I'm going to be an Ulster bus driver.
No way.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do you not have to have some sort of? Is it some sort of different license?
PCV. They're putting me through it. So yeah.
Thought you weren't allowed near school kids.
I'm not in the school run, mate. I'm doing the Dublin run and like the big long journeys. Because I said I didn't want to do City Centre because there'd be too many people know me and they'd be like, "Give me a free fare," and I'm like, "Get the fuck."
Brett the bus man, love it.
That's so
class.
Bus driver. But yeah, so new job, new year, so happy days.
Fantastic, man. Do you know my dad was a bus driver in like the 80s or fucking 70s? I don't know when it was, but he was stopped with a gun to his head. That goes, these people bounced on. Gun to his head, says you're Catholic or Protestant. Whatever he chose, he got away with it. And so like fair enough. But
depends how far Belfast he gets stopped.
Exactly. Fucking Chinatown. But anyway, yeah, that's a bit of a story. So you're going to be a bus driver. Fantastic. I'm sure you're going to be excited to do that, man. Do you let you listen to anything when you're driving? Or you just have to fucking listen to the sound of fucking silence?
No, like that's what I say to carry on. Like I don't mind driving, especially if it's going to be the long ones. You know, I'm not fussed. But yeah, seems like a pretty decent job, to be fair. Good wage, good benefits, good pension.
Fair play, mate.
I'll probably go on strike in January here with everybody else.
First day on the job, there's you fucking striking.
Part of the union and all, boy.
Oh, boy. What about you, Bobbert? You all ready for Christmas?
Yeah, I actually got the last of the stuff today. I keep doing it where every day, all week from Monday, I'm like, that's me done. Don't need anything else. And then I think of something else. I went down to the wee lad this morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you all excited for Christmas? It's like, yeah, coming to get my gaming chair. It's like, oh shit. I had to go, I didn't get it. I actually completely forgot about it. So I had to go and get that the other day. And then I got a couple of things and all too, extra.
Mate, you just grab a chair from the living room, put fucking speakers on it. There's your gaming chair. Pick it right up.
He's what? It's 5. Maybe 6 next month.
Ah, it's the
He's
youngest.
got everything. Mm-hmm. That's the youngest one.
For anyone listening,
Yeah.
by the way, every day is fucking Christmas for Bobby. He has a fucking spending spree daily. The boy is fucking sitting on a throne of PlayStation and consoles in general. You do have a problem, by the way, and you do rub off on me.
Do you know what? Like,
It's a good problem, to be fair.
Not.
I was hesitating about buying that iPad that I wanted all the week,
Mm-hmm.
and then I turned myself off. I was like, no, I don't need it. I'm not going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday morning, I still had the urge to buy something,
Mm-hmm.
so I went and bought her something. I'm not going to say what it is because in case she watches it.
Is it the
Okay.
toy we wanted when we were kids that we're talking about?
No, but it was like £500. I just went and bought it because I felt the urge
Okay.
to buy something,
Mental.
and then I ended up buying the iPad anyway.
You know what, boys? I can't wait till this time next year. The Bobby's buying us. We do Secret Santa and I get Bobby.
Everyone will be like, wonder who Bobby's got. Come on.
Oh, fucking right.
I'll be fucking organised and ringing it, fuck's sake.
Bobby, see, the thing with me though is I'll buy stuff and then just sell it and then buy the same
Mm.
fucking thing. I have 4 Switches. I bought a Series X and I'm already going to sell it probably in January to get the PSVR 2 and just funds towards that. But it's ridiculous. It's unsustainable. Spend a fucking fortune.
My problem is I don't sell it. I keep it all because I'm always thinking like I might need that.
It's true though. I was going to sell my
might fancy
PC.
that. But I sold
was
the Steam Deck, and the next day I was like, "Fuck, you know what? I wouldn't mind playing the Steam Deck right now."
That happens. Yeah.
That's just the way I am.
I mean,
So I
it's
just keep
ridiculous.
everything.
No, it's a good point. It's the best way to be because you are just going to buy it back. But
Yeah,
I actually think it's kind of like an ADHD where you constantly need something.
it is.
Honestly,
It is.
it's just
Money doesn't last in my bank account. As soon as I have it, I spend it.
yeah. It's
Like,
honestly, it's,
I recently upgraded my computer there like the other day, and I did not fucking need to at all. I didn't need to, but my mate was like, "I'm selling this here." I was like, "Much?" He's like, 800. I was like, "No, I'm right." He's like, "Right, 500." I was like, "100%, take it." Didn't need it. I had a 3080,
Oh, you-
upgraded to 3090. But I was like, "Why not?"
Flex, small flex there, boys.
Yeah. So yeah, I have a 3090.
yeah. Loves Xbox though. Xbox.
Love all games, mate.
All
Love
games.
mate.
On that note, I think we'll put Brett up first to the plank. So Brett, who killed Santa?
You know what? I'm not going to tell you who actually killed Santa, but you need
Spoilers.
to watch it.
So
I'm
Brett,
not
tell us about
spoiling again.
Murderville.
Murderville is simply murder mystery, where they bring on 2 well-known actors or guest celebrities, and they don't give them a script. They literally just throw them in with a full cast who already have a script, and they just have to go along with it. The one I watched recently has Jason Bateman in it, and your girl Maya. I forget her certain name. You'll know this. Maybe Buff. What's her name?
Maya?
Maya. Yeah.
What's she in?
Murder mystery. Or
I know she's in
because-
fucking what show from film?
Oh fuck.
Maya? Are you sure it's Maya?
Yeah, it's Maya. Yeah. She's in a lot of. I think she's in like Scary Movie. I'm nearly sure she's in Scary Movie.
Oh, Maya and Scary Movie boy.
Is she black or white?
No, that's not her. She's black. Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph?
Is that the
Yeah.
funny one from Scary Movie?
Yeah.
How you was going out with your man, Ray, that fucking bummed
Yes,
everyone.
Aye.
Yeah.
yes. I was right. Yeah, I was right.
That is not.
So, yeah.
Wait there, stop. That is
we
not the fucking woman from Scary Movie. Anyone who's
Is it
listening to
not?
this, Google Maya Rudolph. She's the fucking woman for Bridesmaids. She's the actual bride in Bridesmaids. You ever watch Bridesmaids?
Mate, Brad, you're so wrong.
I know.
Like that's way off.
You were the one that leading me along the trail, mate.
You
That's
said
fucking
you
went
was
off the
Scary Movie.
tracks.
I says black or white. You said black. I was like the one fucking going out with Ray. Yes, that's her.
That is not the girl going from Ray.
She's in Grown Ups as well.
Yes.
Right. Anyway, she was in it. and
Fuck me.
and they had no script, and it starts off with they bring Jason Bateman in, and they literally say you're going to be literally like an undercover police detective today, and you have to go down and look after the mayor's town hall because they're throwing like a charity event for all the kids, and Santa's going to be there. All of a sudden, lights go out, Santa dies, and they just it's honestly you have to watch it because it is so fucking funny in terms of how his face reacts to certain things, and the guy, what do you call the guy that leads it in Murder?
It's your man from fucking Lego Movie and all that. There, the guy Batman. He's in Arrested Development. Will Arnett.
Yeah. So see him, he's telling like Jason Bateman to do all this stuff, and he's just sitting in the back, like on this like live set, laughing at him because he's able to do all these like random stuff. But yeah, it honestly is one of the. It's like a really good Christmas, like funny, like film to watch if you want to call it, or a mini film, I would probably call it.
So to touch on that, because me and Brett were actually talking about this the other day, and I've watched Murderville a bit. The problem I have with Murderville, it's very Americanized. It's like watching Kitchen Nightmares UK versus US. It's still good, but I think the UK one's better. So there's Murder and Successful, and it's just, you know, the parts where people are just laughing, and that's the best bit where they're fucking up, and it's just full of it. Whereas I found the US one that it's very rarely happens. They seem to really know what they're doing a bit more. You know what I mean? Whereas the UK one's just fucking.
There's a part of it where Jason and Maya have to pretend to be good cop, bad cop, and your boy Arnett's sitting telling them to do like different accents, and I swear you're just going, oh, you're just making yourself look like a total dick in front of everybody. But yeah, it is a really good, like, and there's this guy in it who's a news reporter. He must be a famous news reporter in America, and he just strips naked.
I've seen this.
And he just starts. Jason's just like, oh dear, like doesn't know where to look because he was not expecting it. But yeah, and at the very end, what do you call your guy? What do you call your guy to used to go out with Ariana Grande?
Oh, Pete fucking David.
He makes a special appearance at the very end.
Right.
And he's just like, what the fuck is actually going on here? But yeah, it's, put it this way, if you're sitting in the house and you've nothing to watch on Netflix, stick it on, because I guarantee you will definitely have a giggle, because it's just good. It's just a good show.
Yeah. See, when you talk about it, it makes me want to watch it. But trust me, so what I'll say to you is, right, and this will be for next week, try go onto YouTube, Murder and Successful, and just watch one episode to compare, and tell me your thoughts next week, right?
But I think it's because us like Brits or English people, or over here, we have a better humor.
Irish.
I think that. Or Northern Irish. We
Didn't know this was a political podcast.
But I think we have a better humor, so I would probably agree. I would love to see Ricky Gervais, someone like us. I would love to see him do one.
He would be fucking fantastic.
Yeah, because he would just go along with it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He's one of my favorite comedians. But give it a watch, guys, and especially yourself, Bobby. Give it a watch, and we'll touch base on it next week.
Yeah, I haven't touched it at all. I haven't even heard of it.
Stick on you and the missus, and I swear it's fucking hilarious. Yeah, loved it.
Well, actually, talking about the missus, you were saying Carrie Ann has become obsessed with a show I've watched a bit of, not too much. Grey's Anatomy. How you finding that?
Do you know what? I actually enjoy it, but at the same time, it's on she's on season 15, and she started like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 weeks ago, and see the whole family. We were around today doing a Secret Santa. Her nanny's watching it, her mum's watching it, her sister's watching it. So it must be just being kind of one of them seasonal things. But yeah, no, it's good stories, and like I kind of like all the kind of real life, like operations and stuff, because it seems to go in very good detail. But good show, just not something I would sit down to watch. I'd watch it with her, but not by myself.
I've tried it.
Dami's watched it all. She's watched the whole fucking thing. She bends the whole lot of it. Did you not find there's a lot of raiding in it?
That's what I said. All they do just hook up with each other and just fuck every person.
Yeah. I was like, what are you watching? It's like Grey's Anatomy. I was like, what do they do? Like save someone and then go and raid in the fucking back room? That's all they've done. And then they're raiding each other.
That last one. Yeah.
I was like, thought he was raiding her. And it's like, no, wait, he's gone. He's dead.
Can I say something? See, with girls, right? They loved Bridgerton. They love 50 Shades of Grey. Like, Bridgerton is all about riding. So all these shows that they're fucking talking about, and I like this, it's all riding. It's fucking smut. They're all sitting there rubbing one out. I'm telling you, they're fucking disc jockeys, fucking flat out in that bit. See, when they're in there and you walk in the bedroom, they're, oh, sorry, all right, it's a good show, yeah. There you are, smoke out.
Back in the bean.
That's it. Honestly.
And you know how bad it is? Like, this is how much she's watched in like a short period. I would sit down to her and I goes, fuck, he looks old. Fuck, she looks old. She's like, I am on like season 15 is now, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that actually happened to me the other day. What was she watching? Oh, fuck. It's the crime show. Lost.
Lost, great show.
No, not fucking Lost. I'm lost. It'll come to me. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me at the end. I'll be like, that's it there.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy though, it's something that like we started, watched a few episodes, and to be fair, I think I'd like it. It's not like Colby City or anything, but I need to
No,
go back to it.
yeah, I agree. It's not something you sit down yourself to watch, but when it's on, you're like, it's actually a good show. I think it's good actors, and I think they kind of, yeah, I think that's it. I think it's good acting for me. Like, when you watch something, you're like, fuck, these actors are horrible. But no.
But you
Good.
see that? So years ago, Lindsay watched Vampire Diaries. Fucking Vampire Diaries is shite.
Hate it.
6 fucking seasons deep. I'm fucking near getting a Damon Salvatore tattoo. Great show, mate. Fucking amazing.
Nah.
Watch it.
Carry on. She went through a binge, and she goes through these binges of where, like, if I'm out working, she'll just stick the TV on and watch shit, and I come home and it's just on, and I'm like, "Who's this? What word is? Well, that's the way I am."
Yeah.
But nah, it's not for me.
See that era though. See like 2004 teen fucking drama. You had the OC, which is fucking amazing, just from childhood, and One Tree Hill. And if you watch them now, they're complete pish, but they're just fucking. It's just guilty pleasures, like. So no, I'm gonna get back on that Grey's Anatomy. To be fair, she was watching it and was stopped, but it's on Disney Plus, all of them, isn't it?
Yeah, and
that's what she's
I
watching.
think the newest one. There's their weekly episodes coming out.
And
Like
they
the
jump
brand
on.
new season 18 or something.
Jesus.
Now, what I have watched a bit of, frankly, not as much as I probably should have, given what we're going to talk about in a second. But I believe Bobby's watched it all. Small Soldiers.
Yeah.
The film?
But yeah.
Yeah.
Chip
But do
Hazard.
you know how old that film is? That's probably shocking.
91?
No, it's fuck me. It's not that old. 98.
98. I see. I
Really?
remember it as a kid. Like, I remember watching it with my cousin as a kid, and it obviously was a child. It's the best thing ever.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Can I just say, see the fucking. I was sitting looking, going, is it CGI or is it like stop? It's CGI, like, but
Some of it is.
like stop
I
motion.
think it's actual toys, and then there's certain bits when there's maybe a bit more animation. You can tell that it's animated. It kind of has that silky kind of fucking look to it.
It looks.
It's like at the end when they do the big battle, it looks like stop animation mixed with
Yeah.
CGI. Yeah.
phenomenal.
Because I remember the RC car, and I'm like, that looks real.
Yeah. It was fucking class, brilliant movie. I stuck it on the other night. Me and I were texting about it there. I think we're actually talking about the games.
Yeah.
So I played the games. Don't know if I used it. The PS. There was one for the PlayStation 1, Belter.
It's
And
burned into
then
my
there was
memory, that
also-
one. So the PS1 game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a multiplayer mode. I don't remember even playing single player, but there's a multiplayer mode. And it was like, all I can remember in my memory is you run about and there's like a black fog of war, so you can only see so far ahead of you.
Yeah.
There's that wee fucking eye creature. And then
Yeah.
fucking,
The wee. Man, I watched it. I can't remember.
what's the wee man? Obviously, there's Chip Hazard. And what's the other one called? The main guy?
The main guy,
Mhm.
Archer.
What do you call the two clans? Is it Gorgonites?
Gorgonites and Commando Elites.
Commando Elite.
I always liked the Commando Elite, but the Gorgonites were just like the very soft-natured kind of
Yeah.
we protect that kind of thing, like the outcasts, and then the.
Man, all done is hide. All done is hide all film till the
That's
end,
right.
and then they went and fucked shit up.
That's it.
Like, you could have been doing this the whole movie.
Hippies. What was the wee phrase Archer says?
Halt, who goes there?
Was there not like an actual phrase? Like
Gorgonite Defender or something. Aye.
Most
Hold on, I'll bring it up.
Actually watched it like yesterday.
Well, actually, to give you a bit of a note, obviously, Kirsten Dunst is in that, and she looks about fucking 10. And then I
Yeah.
think it was, should we also film that in like, if that was 98, she was filmed that, must have been 97. 3 years later was Spider Man. I think that released in 2001.
Was it?
Yeah. So the amount of how different she looks from fucking that to Spider Man's insane.
Yeah.
But
Big time.
yeah. And then there's not really, I don't know any of the cast and what they're doing now. I see the dad in a load of things. But you know her dad in the movie, and I found this out today because it was like his voice.
I know.
I was
I know
like, is that
exactly
Troy
what you're gonna
McClure?
say.
It isn't Troy McClure. But he
No.
shot himself like right a year after that film, or the year of the film.
No, his
Here,
wife killed
is
him.
it?
Oh, did
Sure,
she?
it's not
Yeah,
Jimmy
and
Her,
then she
isn't
killed
it?
herself.
Mental.
So
Oh, it's
see, hold
Jamie
on,
Her.
I'm gonna get the cast up here and
Looking at.
tell you exactly.
Yeah, it's Kirsten Dunst's dad, aka the neighbor, who's trying to cut
Yeah.
down the tree and going like the main guy's dad's getting angry. So he was shot by his wife.
Apparently so.
Fuck me. Wonder what he done. Must have done the dirt. But yeah, do you not find like mad
Phil
similarities?
Hartman. Phil
Phil
Hartman.
Hartman. Do you not find
Killed by
that
his wife,
Yeah.
who battled with substance abuse in Los Angeles home in 1988, and then
Fuck
she
me.
killed herself.
Same year the movie came out then.
Fuck, I.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, cause I remember in so much stuff.
Very memorable voice. As soon as I heard it, I was like, it's
Yeah.
not Troy McClure. He was in Simpsons, but he didn't play Troy McClure.
Do you know what else he is? Speaking of fucking being Christmas tomorrow, what was the movie?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
I thought
He was
of it.
in that. Yep. What a movie.
Turbo
Turbo Man.
Brett.
Yeah.
Can you give us your best put that cookie down impression, please?
I don't even know what that's from.
Arnold.
Oh, Arnold.
He says that's the Jingle All the Way. He says, put that cookie down. Give it. Go. Hit me with it.
I have to start with a put that cookie down.
That's actually quite good.
You've definitely done the Arnold impression to me before.
Mm-hmm.
I know I did it. We were talking about it, I think, during work before. We were like, can you do any impressions? I was like, I can do a pretty decent Arnold one.
But you, Bobby, any good impressions?
No, man.
Yeah.
The ones that I can do aren't loud. That's all
Do you
I'm
know-
gonna say.
I like
Do
it.
you know
Joel.
how I got the Arnold? I got the Arnold one from it was like years ago. It was this guy, a comedian, who's like, do you know Arnold Schwarzenegger would be really good at playing Jesus because he has three good sayings. So one is when Jesus on the cross, la, la, la.
Fuck, man.
And the other one where Peter's out on the boat and Jesus walks on water and goes, I'm walking on water. And Peter is about to drown and goes, grab my hand. And then do you remember the time they were like gambling in like the temple? And he's like, poof, this is God's temple. You can't gamble in here. Get out.
That's very good.
That is it. Many times a day do you practice your Ronnie voice?
Man, I haven't done that in years. It's like, you know, when somebody says, can you do an impression? I was like, I just remember going, nah, get out. You can't gamble in here. Get to the helicopter.
Uh,
Get to the chopper.
But
The
that's
fuck.
a really good impression. But see, some Small Soldiers, do you not think it's you watch Toy Story? I just kept thinking Toy Story when I was watching it.
Yeah.
Like
Just the
Toy
toys
Story,
come to life.
real life Toy
Mhm.
Story, absolutely. And you've been
Class.
playing. You said in your last night you were like streaming Sea of Thieves. You've been editing a 4-hour clip.
Yeah. So I went on, I don't know, maybe about 3 years ago. I got absolutely slaughtered. Absolutely fucking slaughtered. I haven't played in months. And it's one of them games that if you don't fucking play constantly, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's that skill gap, unless you're fucking amazing. So we got on, seen a sloop, me and Steve is, and we're like, fuck it, let's go take him. And we went and we got fucking sunk straight away and I turned it off, rage quit. Steve deleted it, but uninstalled it and everything. I texted him yesterday. I was like, Mom, we'll give Sea of Thieves another go. He's like, I really don't want to. I was like, man, I have fucking over 300 hours in it and you have more. I said, well, fucking, let's give it a go. We got onto it last night and it was just fucking perfect. Everything just went our way last
Right.
night. Unbelievable.
Why don't you,
First,
Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
no,
Why
go
don't,
ahead.
why don't you explain to people what maybe Sea of Thieves is who hasn't played it?
It's basically fucking. You're a pirate.
Time out a minute. Seeing this when we're editing, can we please like get a highlight of his fucking upper or lower lip when he drinks a beer? Have you noticed it?
What else? It's like
fucking
sucking on a
Homer.
tit.
Sorry.
What's it like,
sorry,
Homer meme? No, the Taz meme. He's like, or it's a SpongeBob. Anyway,
But-
yeah. Explain. You can go ahead.
It is, right. So you're a pirate.
Mhm.
Open world. You can have 2, 3, or 4 of you on a boat, and then the boat changes. Well, it's a wee sloop, or a brig, or a galleon, and you're basically just going on. There's different factions, if you want to call it, and different kinds of treasure that link to them factions. So you have like skulls. You've got chests. You've got What's the other one? The merchants. Fucking like crazy
Golden
fucking
Emissary?
bananas and all. Aye, the gold. You've got the gold hoarders,
That's
the Order of Souls, and then you've got the mercenaries. Is it?
Emissary, is it not?
No, because the emissaries when you stick your flag up
Oh, okay.
and to represent them.
Mhm.
I don't know. The third one's shitty anyway. And you just go about. You just fucking sail about and go and get treasure, kill skeletons, kill other people. You got world events. You got like a raid, and it can be fucking brutal, or it can be the best fucking time ever. And when it's brutal, it's really fucking brutal because you could have hundreds of thousands of gold worth of stuff, and it could all just be gone in seconds. But it's fun.
It's something I couldn't get into. We tried it once, and I remember all I did was play a fucking like mini guitar at the front of the ship.
Yeah.
So you were saying though, what was it you were doing the other night? Sorry, because when I interrupted you, we can obviously just readjust that.
Last night.
Yeah, you were sitting to say something went really well.
No, it went fucking really good. Just, started off, loaded up. Came across a big skeleton, got in, went over, fucked it up. Then we seen a 3-man ship, went over, fucked him up too. We went over to a sea fort, done one of them. It's just like a wee mini fort. You just go on, kill a couple of guys, get a load of loot. And then we spotted there was a Reaper. So Reapers is another faction. And your main purpose as a Reaper is just to go around sinking everybody. So we thought, fuck it, we'll go and check them out, see what they are. See if they're a big ship or see if we can take them. And we noticed, it was a 3-man ship, and we noticed another wee sloop chasing them. So he says, fuck it, we'll kind of stay around the outside here and have a wee look and see what's going on. We didn't know whether they were teaming up or what they were fighting. So we seen they were fighting. So he says, fuck it, we'll go in and we'll try and fight them too. And the sloop was like, can you help us? And we're like, yeah, no bother. So we teamed up. And we took out the big bastards, the big fucking Reaper. And then we actually formed an alliance, so you can form an alliance with other ships.
Is that new?
No, it's been a while. It's very rare you get a team that isn't gonna fuck you over. But we formed an alliance with them and then just sailed about. We got fucking done the world event, the skeleton world event. Another Reaper came. This was the 2-man Reaper this time. So while our alliance ship was fighting them, we went over and fucked up the Reaper. And then he ended up fucking off because he seen them, us two were in an alliance. We started chasing him, and then we just went back, got that finished. What else did we do? We found out, got a Megalodon.
Ooh.
Big shark.
Got the gold one last night. What else? We've done the main raid as well. Shortly after that, after we cast in like 300k's worth of gold. And then went and done the main raid, Fort of the Damned. And it's fucking brilliant. 4 hours later. Awesome. Great time.
That's the only thing I think I don't like about the game. You're traveling for a long time, aren't you?
Yeah. A lot of us is just traveling. But once you get once you get the hang of the ship battles and all, and it's fucking brilliant crack. If everybody knows what they're doing. Obviously, when you go into the bigger ships, you need to be more organized. You need to have people that know what they're doing. You know, give each other like a role. That's probably the best way of doing it. So it's just me and Steve on the sloop. He does all the driving and the sailing, and then the
Arnold on the water, driving away.
The sails, where I would do most of the shooting because I'm more accurate.
Yep.
And then we'll just take turns doing everything else. Someone needs to go down for getting fucked up, the plankins board up and stuff. That's fucking class. I love it.
That's probably why we were so poor, because like probably all of us didn't really know what we were doing.
No. Do you know what my problem is with it? Like, I think that game, honestly, see, in terms of clips and things that happen, it's fucking perfection. The problem I have is it's all cosmetic. Do you know what I mean? I actually wouldn't mind, like, if you're level 90, only then you can get this certain weapon. Like, that would actually make me go, I actually want that, rather than, here's a fucking nice wee hat with a fucking bird on it or whatever. That doesn't do much for me. But it doesn't feel like you're actually progressing. I know now they brought in like the seasons where you can kind of get your rank. You go to Pirate Legendary or what, but there's no real kind of ranking or progression. Do you know what I mean?
It's more just getting accommodations and stuff. I know what you're talking about. Like, if you get to a certain level, you can have a more powerful sword kind of thing. Is that what you're on about?
Not
so
even
everything's just cosmetic.
Yeah, it's just something that would make me go, fuck, I need to log in and I need to play. Whereas it's like, I could play 4 hours and fuck all progression. It's literally just forgotten about. You're not kind of
But
rewarded.
see, that's your hook then. Whereas other people do have the hook of going in and get, I need to fucking sell 360 of these vulnerable skulls to get this checkboard off my accommodations, if you know what I mean. It's like people like it like out there, but I know what you're saying.
But it's a relaxing game. Like, the game's fucking incredible. I think in terms of that type of game, that is Xbox's best game by a landslide, in my opinion.
It's the best game last generation, without a doubt. Best new IP.
I will play with you, and I don't. And I mean, in the game, I'm not going to play your genitalia.
Pause.
Fucking help! Send help! No, but 100%, mate. I actually think, like, even talking about it, 100%, it is a good game. But then you can waste an hour, and you're like, what have we done? We've got a map, and we fucking went to an island and hit someone with a fucking sword for nothing. Do you know what I mean?
The worst thing is when you're on for maybe 2-3 hours, and you haven't cast anything in yet, and some wanker comes and sinks you.
I like that.
Takes it all.
I like that.
And then I don't.
You would be a reaper by the sounds of things. Like, I don't know much of the game, but now sounds like a fucking reaper.
I am a fucking raper. I will rape everyone.
Reapers is good crack. It is good crack. We'll see once if you know what you're doing, like, and you're going around sinking people. Reapers is fucking fun because you're the cunt.
Yeah, I am a cunt. Like in Warzone, me and Sean were playing it, and we met this weekend. It's like, will you team up with me? Don't shoot. As soon as he came down, I was fucking opening up on him. She knows the same. I have no honor.
You've done that with us.
Yeah.
We found two. I think it was English boys that came over, like, oh, he's friendly. We were like, yeah. And then just at the top, fucking rifles launched an airstrike. And I was like, what the fuck?
Fuck.
Fucking call me Al Qaeda. Fuck's sake.
Oh.
Cut. Woo.
Fuck.
Right. I want to talk about something. And I know I actually was going to talk about The Witcher 3. Fuck The Witcher 3. That's from 2015. Who cares? I watched this fucking show on Netflix last night. That fucking was nuts. You need to watch it. You probably will watch it because it's like #1 trending. Have you heard about this volcano fucking documentary?
No.
Oh my fucking lord. So 2019, a volcano went off on like the edge of New Zealand. There's like a small island with an active volcano. So obviously they run tours to it like every fucking day. So it had an eruption in 2013. It had an eruption in 2016, and then obviously in 2019. So this is set in 2019, and there's people on like a fucking cruise, and they were just married, and they were like, oh, we're going to cruise for a honeymoon, whatever. They go on an excursion to the volcano. But mate, like, everyone's on this volcano, fucking Fiona, and the next thing, fucking smoke and everything starts spilling out of it, and just fucking panic ensues. You should see the fucking documentary and what happens in it. The fucking burns these people have. I don't want to go into too much because it is spoiler territory, but see for just the fucking shit that goes down and hearing these people talk about being in the middle of this fucking ash cloud, it's fucking terrifying. The fucking burns that they come out with and everything else. Like, in terms of this, I'm not going to talk about it too much because it is trending. Most likely you'll see it and just watch it. It is fucking mad, and I will never step foot in a volcano. So when I was married there, I was going to go up Mount Vesuvius, which is an active volcano. I'm glad I didn't, because as you know, in June 2022 there, nothing happened, but I'm not going anyway. So we'll talk about The Witcher 3. So I've been playing The Witcher 3. Has any of you went balls deep in the update yet?
No.
I've turned it on and looked at it, we're like, fuck, that looks good, and then turned it back off again.
What's your comparison compared to PC? Like the original PC to now?
Didn't play it. I'm not a PC gamer. Well, I am not.
Sits with 3090, he doesn't fucking use it.
So no, we obviously, I've spoken about The Witcher 3 we use. So first attempt, I bought it in 2015 on my PC. I had a 780 Ti, averaged at about 60 FPS at 1080p. The problem was buggy as fuck. It was like Cyberpunk level. Well, it wasn't Cyberpunk level, but it was just fucking poorly optimized. Put 20 hours into it and then stopped. Came back a year later and stuck 150 hours in it. So it's possibly my favorite, probably one of the best favorite games of all time, to be honest with you. So my second attempt though was a full playthrough, done all the DLC and everything. But the new update, what's pretty cool about it is the camera. So if any of you seen the camera?
I'm seeing the new one now.
I haven't fiddled with it.
Yeah, it's just cool. Like, it's more cinematic, so it's right behind him. It's a bit more like the God of War camera, where it's kind of right close up, or a wee bit more right. But it's just a
Over the shoulder.
Yeah, it just looks
Kinda
way
thing.
better though. It is phenomenal in how it looks. But the frame rate, just see how playing 60 FPS on a fucking console is insane. It's hard because I was playing it recently at 120 on my PC, but I was also playing it on the Switch, which was fucking dire. Have you tried it on the Switch yet?
No.
Oh my
I
god.
seen it. I can remember you sent me clips of it, and no, I could do it.
Fucking, it's the Lego movie video game I thought it was I was playing. It's fucking shocking.
But have you tried the next gen patch on PC?
No, it's a mess.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an absolute mess. So people are slobbering again, going, fuck me, they didn't get this right. But just that game, see the world design. Honestly, see if any has played, just take your time, do all the side quests, read all the shit, just sink into it. The books and everything that you can actually read, they're all woven in brilliantly outside of the game. And obviously the future of it, they're now making a Witcher 4.
Yeah. They're making a couple of Witcher projects.
Are they?
There's a different team. Yeah, there's a different team working on a separate one.
No, but I think it's incredible.
CD Projekt Red, something, a new studio in America or something, I think it is.
The problem I'm having right now is it's very story heavy, but I'm also wanting to play something gameplay wise. So that's where I was jumping on the kind of Returnal, put a bit of Sifu, and I'll probably talk about that more next week if I stick with it. But I'm not in the mood to go story deep. Sometimes you're in the mood just to play something and fucking pass the time, whether it's Call of Duty or whatever. But no, that's all I've been playing. And then obviously yesterday I went to the cinema alone to watch Avatar 2.
Well, give us the rundown because I'm excited to
Spoiler-free.
hear. Spoiler free, but like kind of give us like if
Give
you were
us
trying
thoughts.
if the face tells because I've seen a couple of clips about people talking about it and it hasn't sold it for me. I was really looking forward to go and seeing it, but after seeing like people reviews and
Go see it.
just
100%.
yeah,
So
go see it.
yeah. So I went IMAX in the Cineworld Belfast. Now, have you ever been Omni IMAX up in Antrim?
Yeah.
It's not the same. Like that's a big wide screen. It's like all curved. So I watched, I've seen it in that one. I've also seen fucking Blade Runner. I think I've seen, no, I didn't see Interstellar in that, but I also seen Star Wars Force Awakens on midnight. That the IMAX in Odyssey is fucking incredible. So have any's been there? No.
No.
Do you know the last time I was there was Avatar 1, first one?
Oh really? It's probably the
Yeah, it's
same
really
screen. It's like a really fucking long aspect ratio. It's almost like 4:3, but longer. But to go up,
Yeah.
so I went to like the 11:20 show and it was fucking really quiet. I don't know how that place is going to stay open anyway, but I went up. You go up all these stairs and it was pitch black. And I sent you the video of this. So I came back down. I went into the woman was like, you may want to put the lights on. She goes, oh, someone not put that on yet. I'll see if they will. And I'm like, the fucking May, the film's starting in 5 minutes. So anyway, I go up and I just sit in the darkness. I don't care. I'm fucking just sitting there. And then things start happening. Now, on the app where you pick where to sit, I thought I sat far back, but it's a very small screen. So then I felt a bit awkward and ended up swapping seats. But the whole time, I'll be honest, I was sitting there looking at people and I was like, they better not be trying to sit here because it did start packing up. So I had to go on the app and it was like, which seats are taken? So I know which one. Okay, I'm in H20. That's available. Should I buy it? And I was refreshing. I was like, please don't make someone fucking sit here because I hate that. But anyway, the film started. Now, I don't know about you guys, but like, I never seen Avatar 1 in 3D. Did any use?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I seen it 3D.
What was it like in 3D?
I was on the front row, so it was fucking horrible.
Did you
I was so
go to
close.
is IMAX 3D or is it just normal?
Yeah, that's was 3D.
See, again, from what I've seen, the 3D is supposed to be fucking shocking because of the frames and stuff. It's supposed to look like a fucking PlayStation game.
Wait, I have something to say about this. So do you know what IMAX is, Brett?
I've IMAX to me, it's just like a big fuck off screen.
So a lot of films are filmed in IMAX, I believe. So the films that we see are 16:9, so they're cutting off the bottom of the picture and the top of the picture. But most of these cameras, I think a lot of them are like the red 30 cameras or whatever they're called. That's wrong, probably. But anyway, so we don't see when you're watching on widescreen a lot of the film that was intended. So the IMAX is a big fuck off resolution as well. But the sound in it was incredible. I was like, fucking mate, turn that down. My fucking wee ears are about to pop here. But the 3D in this, now I had only seen post-processing 3D, not films made the ground up. So I think like fucking a lot of the Marvel films and things where you're kind of watching, a lot of it's not in 3D, but then they have a wee part that's in 3D and it looks shit. But holy fuck, see, as soon as it started, I was like, this fucking looks like even the resolution on this. You know, you go to the cinema and it doesn't even look as good as fucking 1080p half the time.
Looks grainy.
I was like, this is fucking incredible looking. I was like, this is insane. Like, see the 3D, it proper popped. but it was very jarring at the start. I was like, this is like really weird. But then it does kind of subside. Now, the problem that I had, which I didn't have much problem, was the frame rate. And I noticed this because I am a bit more autistic with my eyes.
Yeah.
What they've done is they filmed the action scenes at 48 FPS and they filmed the drama scenes at 24 FPS. And that's kind of what the official term is.
Standard. Yeah.
They didn't actually, about 75% of it seemed to be 48 FPS, which in my opinion, it looked like a game at stages, but it was incredible. And now obviously we play on 120, 144 hertz display. So even when I'm watching my own TV, I don't know if you guys do this, I put Motion Plus on.
Yeah.
And I'll put like the judder on. I actually like the higher frame rate, and I never used to. But see, when I went to 24 FPS, I was like, fuck, this is shit. Just stick it. And some people really hate it. Now, I seen Jeremy Jahns and Chris Stuckman talk about the frame rate. They didn't like when I went to 48. I did. But it was mad. See, when it goes to 24, you're like, I don't know about that. But if you are,
that's because you're a gamer and you are used to the high frame rate and stuff.
Like even with the 60s hard now, in gaming.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But holy fuck, lads! I watched it and I wasn't too into it then. I was kind of like, it's all right, it's fucking long. But see now, I'm like, that's a fucking experience. Like that's insane. Like,
but tell me this. So what I seen was the film is a lot of 90-second B-roll, small clips about the story, another 90-second B-roll, more small clips about the story, and because there's so much like kind of cinematic stuff going on, people are like, we just get on with the story. That's what I'm seeing.
Do you know much about James Cameron though?
No.
Well, he filmed. He done Terminator 1. He done the Abyss in between that, which was like underwater movie. Terminator 2, then Titanic. So he does like kind of deep sea exhibitions and all that. That's his kind of passion. Yeah. So it was literally just a fucking wankathon with him, the underwater sequences. So that's what half the movie was. But it looked incredible. So when I was in the Maldives, we went snorkeling. And see, to be fair, even snorkeling, you're looking at these fish and I'm like, that's fucking class. It kind of captured that at stages. Like, it was fucking unbelievable. But yeah, there's a lot of scenes that you're like, right, this is a bit, you know, I know why this is here because, you know, the climate guys. And but no, they're just trying to be lefties.
Yeah.
But honestly,
I'm torn. Like I think, to be fair, I don't really like going to the cinema. I'd rather just sit at home and enjoy and be comfy. I know like some of the seats are comfy, but like I've fallen asleep at the cinema so many times just because it's so fucking warm and like it's
it was roasting.
Yeah.
Have any watched House of Dragons?
No.
So House of Dragons is about, well, I'll not go into too much detail, but some of the Targaryens and their sons and stuff are in it. It kind of gave me that vibes because it's a lot more about his kids and things. But it is, honestly, if you're going to watch it, maybe wait until it's Disney Plus. Don't watch a fucking shitty copy of it. But it was 20 quid for the IMAX 3D and it was worth it, in my opinion. It was fucking unbelievable.
You know what I would do, and because I haven't done it since I was a kid, is go for the 4D one because that seems very like fun for me. And I think I would stay away because the fucking chair's moving, you know, but and like fucking smells and stuff. But like honestly, I don't know. It's one of them ones where you hear good stuff about it because obviously it's Avatar. Avatar was a great film, but then you also kind of see all like kind of. I think like ourselves, we're very critique. We're like we critique everything, so.
Gives me very much Horizon vibes, but no, look, it is a great film.
Fuck. We would be so bad at a live podcast, boys. We are fucked.
I think we should save the sea creatures, lads. Like, save them. Did you even hear that? Did that come through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know that's really fucking annoying? Not when you did not. Well, yeah, it's annoying. It would be if you kept doing it, like, but in the movie, like the first one, when that fucking noise constantly all the time.
What noise?
I take it that fucking thing you just done.
I was just doing a dolphin impression.
Oh, that's the noise. What is that wee fucking noise they do? It's like the Indian call thing.
I don't fucking know. Yeah. But no, look, it's great. Go see it. And to be honest with you,
I'm just gonna wait for it to come out.
I gotta wait for it.
Yeah.
A lie in bed, 4K on.
I'll wait about 2 weeks till it comes online and I just fucking torrent it in a Blu-ray edition.
It's actually quite sad as well. There's some sad parts.
See, this is another thing. I'm kind of going, where can the story kind of go? I know it's underwater and they're making, I think they meet like another clan. Is that right?
Yeah.
They make like,
yeah.
Like, do you know whenever you make like a really good film and then they try, like, especially when we know there's going to be 5 of them, you're like going, you're milking this. The first film was a fucking success, a massive success. Like, is it better? There's a question. Is it better than the first one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it was made.
I
So first film, by the way, came out 2009. By 2012, they decided to do more. The technology just needed to catch up. Like Avatar was planned for years. It's James Cameron. He has fucking wanks about technology. Look at Titanic, for fuck's sake. But he's only done a few films. So like they've read out the scripts and all. Like I'm more optimistic about the sequels now. I know there's mixed kind of things about it. I think the film's incredible. It's a cinematic experience. Fuck, at least it's not fucking Marvel. Fucking fed
would
up.
you say it's film of the year?
No, I'd say that was Banshees of Inisherin if any have Disney Plus, but maybe I'll talk about that next week. But no, but yeah, maybe actually, maybe. I'll need to kind of get my wee Oscar hat on and watch all of them. So you know,
Was there even many good films that came out?
Brendan
this year?
Fraser's done one I want to see. The Whale.
The Whale.
I want to see that.
He's class. I really like him. The Mummy films.
He's went weird though. Like he's just lost all confidence. Do you ever see him now? He looks like he's about to burst into tears. It's like, mate, you were fucking George of the Jungle. Watch out for that fucking 3.
That was a great film too. That was one of my childhood films.
Yeah, fucking great film.
Yeah.
But he's there crying everything. I love the guy.
Very sensitive now.
I had a dream about him, and I met him like at Comic-Con. No, I had a dream I met him at Comic-Con, and it says like, "Oh, well done for the movies and stuff," and he was being a cunt to me. So fuck him.
There you go.
End of. So look, I'll wrap off from what we've done, and that look, to be fair, we spent the past 1 hour talking absolute shite.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, and this is hopefully something that's going to carry over.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tonight, Matthew, you're going to be
ABBA. You can dance. You can dance.
Oh God.
The Dancing Queen. Sounds weird for me, like, doesn't it? Wave. Right, news of the week. Basically, what we're going to talk is we all pick a topic to talk about. It could be 1, 2, 3 topics if you're Brett. And what we're going to do on the topic is just basically ask a question, see what the other thinks, and obviously get anyone who doesn't know about the topic up to date. So starting this, over to Brett.
I'm going to start with the pot noodle scam because I think all of us have, I'm sure in our lifetime, gone, you know what the fuck I'm going to eat? You look on the cupboard and there's a fucking pot noodle staring at you going, this is the best, quick, fastest thing I can eat.
Curry is the best.
Where?
No.
Curry, pot noodles.
No. It's chicken and mushroom with a heap of fucking soy sauce.
Extra soy sauce.
Yes, we actually have jars of it that, you know, you see if it sits for so long, for somehow it leaks and your fucking cupboard has fucking soy sauce over it. But yeah, chicken and mushroom with extra soy sauce. But so, as we're all kind of big kind of men, we also probably would like to go for a king pot noodle instead of the basic one. So on TikTok, as I do fucking majority of my day, this video popped up of a guy saying, I've been informed about a pot noodle scam.
Mm-hmm.
So what he does is he gets the king pot noodle and sticks a knife straight through the bottom of it. So at the bottom of the king pot noodle, there is just air. So he takes it apart and he shows you, this is the king pot noodle, takes apart the normal one and shows the exact fucking same. There's no difference. It's the same amount of same amount of noodles in both of them.
Bullshit.
And no, it is.
Hi.
100%.
Because that's their fucking marketing plan. Oh, here, have a king one. It's air. I swear.
There's a gap. It's about that big of a gap.
Yep.
Where but just so that's the base, and then that's the top of the noodles.
Bullshit.
Right? Did you ever notice? See the king ones are actually more narrow.
Yeah.
So it's probably the exact same noodle just going into
extra plastic.
and it just leaves that much.
What's the price
So they're
difference?
charging you.
Probably like 40p, maybe.
I think it's up to £1 now for a normal one.
Jesus.
Fucking hell.
I think, yeah, hold on, let's just do this quickly. Bounce on Google and go hot noodle.
There's only one way to test this, boys. Who's buying the pot noodle for next week's revealing?
I'll get them.
Uh-huh.
Because today, actually, it was Carrie Ann actually goes, oh, Johnson pot noodles. I was like, no, not after the fucking scam I seen.
Not king ones anyway.
I'm telling you, like, that is no way true. I have had king and ordinary size pot noodles in recent memory.
I'll tell you what, next week then, Brad, you get a pot noodle, king pot noodle, and a knife.
Yeah.
And we're going to blow Niall's mind.
Blow now. Cut that. We're going to blow now. A pot noodle and a knife. Fuck.
Now, see the way you said curry was your favourite. Do you ever remember Sweet and Spicy?
I think you still
Ooh.
get it, can you not?
Yeah,
No.
you can. You
Can
can
you?
get sweets. Yeah, you can.
Where?
Yeah, in Tesco's, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Every little
Not in
helps.
fucking Crumlin Tesco's.
Well, that's because it's crumbling, fuck's sake. They don't even get fucking good
Mate,
Wi-Fi there.
sweet the curry one. The curry one's just a wee bit fucking. I don't know what about it is, but
No,
sweet and spicy was way
the
better.
Bombay Bad Boy is just full of pepper, and that's
I like it.
yeah,
There's all sorts of weird fucking flavors now, though. You ever seen this
yeah.
like fucking sticky rib or something? I don't think I would try any of them. I just stick to the normal one.
I keep the original. Yeah.
Stick-
I like
rib.
beef and tomato. Beef
Do
and
you guys
tomato.
No, not for
With-
me.
with
Do you guys
brown
remember
sauce.
the what was the other one or the pot noodle fork that it was a couple of
Yeah.
years ago and it
Yeah.
spun around?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, remember
It was
that?
a big. It wasn't that the big green fucker,
I was
and then it
fucking
had the thing.
girthy boy.
Yeah.
It was fucking massive. Maybe it was just because I was young and I had smaller hands, but I was a girthy boy.
Oh fuck
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll test
You
that
know-
next week.
In other news, Vinny's seen Elon Musk has done a poll on Twitter to say should he step down from CEO. Reason being is he's released things called the Twitter files. Have any of you seen that?
No, what's this? What's the Twitter files?
So Twitter files is the thing about Twitter was they said they were not censoring stuff online. You know, it was all about freedom of speech.
Mhm.
He's literally just gone, ha, bullshit. Here's the evidence. He gave it to a reporter. The reporter put everything online, and it is honestly that's a completely different topic on its own. But yeah, he released everything. I think he's upset a lot of people, and the poll voted him to step down.
Right.
So it's still up in the air at the minute. Mr. Beast actually has came forward and said he would love to be the CEO
Seen
of
that.
Twitter, which would be pretty cool. I think he'd be good. To be fair, you know, he is just a fucking marketing genius.
So
But
I have his tweet here. So he says, "Can I be the new Twitter CEO?" And Elon Musk replies and says, "It's not out of the question."
Oh.
So then, this is a further one. He retweets it, quote tweets it, and this is Mr. Beast, and he says, "My first order of business: make it where creators actually want to post videos on Twitter and not just link their other platforms," which I think is
go.
really interesting.
Good shout. Good shout.
yeah,
'Cause that is what Twitter is missing that there. As
Mhm.
Twitter's just really you go in and you write whatever you want, write your news, write what you're feeling or anything, but it's always here. Check me out on Twitch. Here's my fucking TikTok.
going
here's my,
live.
like,
Yeah.
The
yeah.
Yanks love
So
it.
that,
don't they?
that is something that is missing. Yeah. Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Big time.
But then, do you think it becomes too much like Facebook? You know, is it going to be? Then again, I think
Yeah.
there should be something competing with Facebook. To be fair,
Mhm.
there should be another platform that's similar, but you know, plus
I like Twitter. I mainly use it for all my gaming news. I just follow all the gaming people in the industry. That's
Same
how I
with
get
me.
all my news.
I use it for
Mhm.
COD. That's the only thing I really follow. Like I don't use Twitter. I did when it came out back in the day, but it was yourself. It was posting what am I doing, where am I going, basic fucking Twitter shit. But now it's just full of like Call of Duty, Raven Software, Infinity Ward, etc. But it's
Mhm.
not for me. I don't see the fascination of following celebrities. You know, I'm not that kind of person who wants to know what dickhead's doing in his day and because the good thing about Twitter as well is I like seeing people having beef on it with celebrities. That's pretty cool, where people just slabber each other. I
Yeah.
like watching that stuff, but other than that, nah, it's not for me. I don't even use I don't really use social media anyway. But yeah,
No, I like it. I like it just for the news. It's like somewhere where you can go and you can follow everyone that you want to fucking hear about, and there's no other bullshit with it.
Mm.
I just follow all the gaming people, and literally I go onto my Twitter, and that's all I get, the whole feed. So I can just go and check out everything, what everyone's at, and what the
It's-
news is.
it's good for I see when you say news. I like going on and let's say for example we do a podcast and you go right, what's the news of the week? Just go on Twitter and see what's trending. You know,
Yeah.
and talk about it. Like
Mhm.
that's maybe a benefit of it. But the amount of times I do that, maybe once or twice a month. You know, so there's no appeal for me there.
He's not find Reddit better.
Reddit again, I think it's the same where I love Reddit whenever I get into it, but I would maybe spend 2 days in Reddit and then forget about it.
Oh
you know?
no, I'm fucking every day subreddit pages. Honestly,
They
is
do.
fucking love it. Absolutely love it.
I think it's because it's a bit like Twitter, but because it's anonymous, I think that's what makes it better. You know,
Mhm.
people post like I would use Reddit a lot for PC stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like if I'm trying to find stuff out, I'll type it in, but Reddit at the end and follow
Yep.
threads there because you're getting people who have done it real
Yep.
life kind of replies.
100%.
But That's the good part about it.
Right, you have a Christmas topic. Should we just move that into the main topic of the show, which is going to be Christmas?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, spot on. Moving on. We're trying to keep this up because obviously it's an hour long. It'll be fucking longer than Avatar by the
It'll
stage.
be cut down to probably like fucking 30 minutes.
Bobby, you're up. What topics this week do you want to bring to the world's attention?
Yeah, so just Activision Blizzard deal and what way it's going. So have you any initial thoughts on it? Do you know about it?
I don't know much
what
about it, if I'm being honest with you, so you're pretty much educating me here.
now?
Yeah, I know a bit. I would listen to a few podcasts talks about it. Obviously, what was it? 69 billion that Microsoft.
69.7.
69. That's how much they purchased publisher Activision for Microsoft by the Xbox department. What's my thoughts essentially?
Yeah. What do you think? So basically, so far we've got the CMA. You have the CMA, UK CMA, that was, what's the word for it? They're curious about it in the sense that they're about what Microsoft's going to do with it. They don't trust Microsoft, pretty much.
Who does?
So, pretty much the way it's went, they don't trust Microsoft. Their second stage, they released it to the public, so the public can email in and give their thoughts. So
Right.
actually, the results came out there the other day. 75% was positive for Microsoft taking over Activision Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
So the FTC's come out and says that they're going to sue to block the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
But the interesting thing is they can't immediately sue now to block it.
Right.
So they have to wait until the deal is done
True.
before they can sue to block it. If you get me.
Okay.
So they had said they gave out a whole big Twitter post about it, and they were saying they don't trust Microsoft. They not keep everything open, keep
Right.
Call of Duty on all platforms. They says that they lied to the EU about the Bethesda deal, that
Right.
they wouldn't make exclusives.
Which they have, yeah.
Which they have.
Okay.
But then the EU came back and says Microsoft didn't lie. So the
They have.
FTC. What?
But they have. They've already announced today
Right.
3 of their games are definitely going to be exclusive. I've seen that earlier.
What games?
I'm not sure. Is Redfall going to be exclusive?
Oh
this
yeah,
is where-
right, yeah.
They're doing
See,
exclusive
this is
to
where
console or
this is where it
PC.
gets this is where it gets sticky. So in the initial one with Bethesda, do you remember when they bought Bethesda
Mm-hmm.
and then they've done the whole roundtable?
Yes, with actually
Right.
Bethesda themselves.
Yes, with
Yeah.
Bethesda, yeah.
They had
They've done
your
the whole
man.
roundtable.
They had the Elder Scrolls man on. What's his name? Phil. It's not Phil. It's not. It's
Tom Hard.
Tom Hard. Yeah, they had him on. I remember
Yeah.
watching that.
They had him on, and it basically says about they brought that up pretty much at the start about exclusivity, and it just says that legacy titles will remain exclusive.
What's that
But-
mean though? What is a legacy title like Elder Scrolls?
It can mean anything. It can mean stuff that's just still on PlayStation. You know, like Elder Scrolls Online, and you know the way, similar to the way they've done with Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
They kept Minecraft everywhere.
What's their story
And they
bringing up?
brought Minecraft Dungeons, and then there's got Minecraft Legends coming out next year. So it's maybe something like that there. Maybe if they do a remaster of fucking
Yeah.
Skyrim again, like they brought the PS5 one out again, remaster. So things like that would maybe be classed as legacy, something that's always been on the platform.
Is that
any
Bethesda
new
deal
IP?
through yet?
Oh yeah, it's done.
It's done. It's live.
Mhm.
Yeah. Pete
Yeah.
Hines. He's like the
Yeah.
spokesperson for Bethesda, isn't he? Like PR kind of guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
So the problem is, I believe in the 90s, Microsoft, I need to research this, but I believe they did some shady things with
Mm-hmm.
purchases. The problem I have is it's like, do I really mind if they buy a company or they buy, like, let's say they buy a studio? It's more when you're buying publishers. The same with Disney though. Disney bought what, Fox? What was that, 20 billion?
Everybody.
So the problem that you're
Marvel.
going to have is just monopolies essentially, which is always a
But-
bad thing.
From what I'm getting from it, because obviously I don't know much, but I don't think they're ever going to buy pretty much COD and make it exclusive.
No.
I mean,
Their main reason why they're buying this here is for mobile and PC.
Mm-hmm.
That is their main fucking go-to. They want King. Nobody understands how big King is.
Mm-hmm.
Candy Crush makes fucking billions. Call of Duty Mobile makes more than all the consoles put together. All the Call of Duties.
Here,
That's their main goal.
does that mean So the old Phil Spencer, in a way, the guy, what was his name? He helmed the Xbox One at the launch, made a fuck up of it.
Fuck yeah.
I'll actually find this out. Stay there. So old
Find that
Xbox
out.
CEO,
name's
because
on-
he went to Singa. Is Singa king?
No.
Don Matrick. So
No, sing it the
Don-
poker stars or poker game. I remember
Don
that.
Matrick.
Take Two bought Zynga, I think.
Yeah,
The
so
guys
he
that
went.
do their own Rockstar and stuff. They
So
bought Zynga.
Why was I thinking Singa is something to do? Yeah, that was Farmville Hill. He went there. So the guys from King, they're Candy Crush and what else?
That's all I know. Candy
Which is
Crush, that's
massive.
their biggest, which is fucking huge. You play that there for 5 minutes and it's asking you to pay $250 for your next goal.
Get your lives
You know
back.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's their main goal. Their main goal is mobile. Look at what they're doing with the cloud. They're going They want to be fucking everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere. And the main Sony just wants to block the deal. They don't want a fucking 10-year deal. They don't want a 15-year deal. They want the deal blocked.
Yep.
That's what they want, and that's who the FTC. That's all these statements. It's Sony. It's basically Sony saying it. It's not FTC.
I think for Activision and where they are at the moment, so you've got Blizzard on that, guys. So you have what? Diablo, you've got Overwatch, you've got StarCraft, you've got World of Warcraft. Apart from that,
Crash
Sure.
Bandicoot,
Crash Bandicoot for
Spyro.
Activision, Spyro.
fucking Tony
Tony
Hawk.
Other than that, like COD.
See, the reason why I think it's a good deal is you look at all them developers. Look at Crash 4 there. It was class. Did you play it?
No, who made that again?
It was. I want to say it's Vicarious Visions, or it was
No, they
Toys for
didn't.
Bob.
It was Toys for Bob. Yeah, Vicarious
But
Visions.
Vicarious Visions. They done the remaster and they've been folded. They don't exist anymore.
Well, they done the
And
Tony
called-
Hawks. There.
They done the Tony Hawks as
Great
well,
game.
and they've just been put in the Call of Duty, because that's all Activision is. It's just a Call of Duty machine. All their publishers, all their developers are just going into Call of Duty. You look at the fucking credits for Call of Duty, and the list of fucking developers there is insane, because they want to pump a new one out every fucking year
Yeah.
and get that money. Which I actually think what Microsoft's going to do with the 2 years, a new COD's going to come out. I think that's going to be far better for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And far better for the developers too, because
Focus on
there's
the games.
three.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Infinity Ward, you've got Sledgehammer, and you've got Treyarch. So they're currently on every 3 years their game will come out, not right?
Yeah.
So they have so that essentially doubles that, the 6 years they have to work on a Call of Duty.
All I want is a Tony Hawk's Underground 1 remake.
And yep.
Thug 1 and 2. And it had the fucking Jackass team in it, didn't it? It had Obama Jar was in it. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Fucking incredible games. Bring it back.
Unreal. You could get off your skateboard and all, do you remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, I played it
That was
recently.
so
Played it
good.
recently.
That's what the difference was from like Tony Hawk, is where you could just fucking run about as well.
I never
So
does that.
Activision actually made a statement there to the FTC themselves, which is fucking long as fuck.
Yeah. I think, look, personally, let it go.
It's going to go through.
Set them free.
100% it's going to go through.
Anyone listening that want to let us know, email in and let us see what you
It's
think.
coming on the video. Just
That's
like,
it.
Team Xbox.
Should you just wait there?
you know what I mean? If something, right, I'm going to throw up right now on when I do this, I'm going to throw up on screen what he said in our chat earlier. PC/PS5.
I just love waiting everybody up, man. I just love waiting everybody up.
Xbox. So here, another one that you touched on there, you wanted to let us know about was the DC debacle. Why don't you fill everyone
Mhm.
in?
Well, The Rock's just come out. Well, obviously, you know, what was it last week? That Superman, what do you call him?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. That's the
Henry.
one. After the whole Black
Sure.
Adam, I don't know where you've seen it. He was in the end scene with Black Adam
Spoiler.
coming back. Spoiler. Coming back as Superman. So everyone kind of got fucking hyped because Henry Cavill's awesome as Superman. I think he's fantastic. I just think the movies has let him down, like the actual DC movies themselves. But The Rock came out with a statement today as well, saying that he's no longer going to be part of Phase 1. So, what's your thoughts on James Gunn taking over?
Who the fuck's he?
So
Guardians
James
of the
Gunn,
Galaxy,
yeah, he done Suicide Squad, the new one.
the good one.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know. Like I'm so fucking far done with superhero movies at the moment.
Yeah, Marvel killed it, I think, for everybody.
After End War, that was the end of it. And for me, End War ended
Yeah,
it.
for me as well. I haven't watched a single new one apart from Spider-Man.
That one's
Yeah,
good. I
same,
always have a
same.
That's space
Spider-
class.
It's because Spider-Man's like our childhood superhero.
Yeah,
yeah.
the cartoon, the animated cartoon.
That's
Fuck.
what sing X-Men there.
That's
X-Men.
one of the best fucking theme tunes ever. That X-Men.
Spider. I was actually thinking this today. Personally, with DC, look, let's go through. So, the first DC movie and the kind of the relaunch after Marvel's kind of fucking thing with Iron Man was what? Man of Steel. 20. Fuck, was that 20? When was Man of Steel?
I'm gonna try and get the list up now while you're talking there.
Yeah, so Man of Steel, just to anyone listening, let me have a look and pull this up just to get this right because I want to get it wrong. 2013. Now, it actually feels older than that. So,
It does feel older than that. To be fair.
before Man of Steel, there was.
No, I may stop you there.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Never mind. It's not in order.
Okay.
Cut that.
Before Man of Steel, there was the Spider-Man Returns, which was what 2006 had. Another was it Brandon
Andrew
Roof?
Garfield.
Brandon Roof. Oh my god.
You said
Garfield.
Spider-Man Returns.
Aye,
Didn't
Superman.
he?
Sorry, it's them fucking
He
3
just
beers.
say Spider-Man.
So there's Man of Steel, and then there's that debacle of Batman versus Superman, which I liked Ben Affleck in theory, but the film was fucking ruined. It was Martha. Liked Wonder Woman, and then Wonder Woman 2.
Wonder Woman was a great fucking film, but like I think you're right. The Batman v Superman one was shit. I hate it. I don't like it. It was so dark the whole time.
Yeah. Justice League was shocking. Wonder Woman 2 was shocking. And then there's a whole fucking mess with The Flash. And then the Shazam kind of meh. So they need to restart it. They had Suicide Squad in there as well. But then you look at the Batman and Joker. Fuck me. Incredible movies on their own.
I've seen the Joker. I haven't seen the Batman.
Oh, mate. I am vengeance. I am vengeance.
You sound like somebody else there, but it wasn't Batman.
Fat Man?
Yeah, or Fat Lip.
What, that Sum 41 song? Great tune. Don't know if anyone's like Sum 41. But anyway, I think they do need to do a reboot. Now, the problem I would have is James Gunn's doing it. So it's more going along the lines of Suicide Squad, which everyone fucking had a wank and jizzed about, which I thought was just all right. Did anyone watch the new? It's all right.
Oh, the new one?
it.
I haven't seen the new one, no.
Have you not, mate? You need to watch that, and then you need to go and watch The Peacemaker.
Haven't watched Peacemaker yet.
It is unbelievable.
Fuck these shows.
It's so funny. I know, honestly, this is really, really funny. Do you like
shows,
John
though?
Cena?
Do.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Do you like him? Acting? I like it. It's like stupid fucking comedy.
I like him, but I almost would. I like DC being dark. I'll be honest with you. You know, I don't like this whole lighthearted fucking lefty thing. Give me fucking Dark Knight Rises, the Batman, Joker all day long. But you see when you're fucking Martha, yeah, that's my mum's name. We'll not fight anymore. I'll hold hands. We're gonna form a league of justice.
Stupid.
Yeah. So they need a reboot. James Gunn's good director, but he's a comedy director mainly for even Marvel and things. So his movies do have tend to have a lighter tone. So it depends what he's doing. If he's doing the next Superman, I'd be worried.
Well, Superman, he has plans for Superman to be a younger one.
What, like a fucking toddler?
I don't know where it's going to be. Like, I don't know how young they're going to go, but it's going to be like a young, maybe early 20s Superman, something like that.
Is that not like the TV series?
Aye, Smallville.
Possibly something along those lines. I don't know. But all I know is meant to be like a younger, he's looking for a younger cast.
I have a few mates that think Man of Steel is one of the best superhero films in the world. I think it's okay.
No. I think Henry Cavill is unbelievable as Superman. I think he's fantastic. He's brilliant.
Put him as Bond all day long. Henry Cavill is just a legend. Best Geralt ever. But I wonder who, now that we're actually moving on, who should play if they do the new Superman? Because Henry Cavill's obviously out. Who should do Superman? Brett.
I wouldn't have a clue. I can say your boy
I'm
off.
from Krypton. I'm gonna fucking knock you all out.
Did you ever watch the Krypton series?
No, I heard it was shocking.
I didn't mind it.
No, but seriously, think about Superman. You're gonna obviously need someone who fits the profile, and there's not a lot to stand out. And obviously, we're going to be talking about people and recasting in a moment, but
I think it's going to be someone that you wouldn't even expect. I mean, not a really big name.
Some woman, probably, yeah.
Some woman, so it identifies as a man.
Oh my god. Wave. It's me. 7 years in the test.
You can't go back in time and do a young one. Fuck me, it has to be with 2020 Superman. This Superman has got a vagina.
I mean, Superwoman or Supergirl. It was actually a 1980s film that I actually watched a few times. It was Superman's
TV
cousin.
show Superwoman as well.
Yeah, there is indeed. The third section of our show and the final section every week, hopefully. Depends on what the feedback is. Topic of the week. This week it's going to be Christmas, the snow's falling down.
You should try and do the song is It's Christmas.
Who's that? Was that by Sir Savile?
Was it Wizard? No, it wasn't Wizard.
It was Wizard. It was Wizard.
No, it wasn't.
Slade.
It wasn't.
Slade.
He sings the other one that sounds like it, but doesn't sound anything like it.
Go again. Do that again, but do the It's Christmas.
Christmas. Guys, I'm going to go off topic from what I wrote down, actually, by the way. Just that we're singing Christmas songs, it's actually struck in my head today. What is the best Christmas song of all time?
Ooh.
There isn't any.
Yes, there fucking is, you lamb
Do you
bastard.
know what?
I'm a
Nothing
proper Grinch, so
nothing recent. It's got to be all the old ones.
Well, Brett loves that
Wizard,
Elton John one.
Slade.
Joe, you know what's actually a decent one? That one with Ed Sheeran. Is that Elton John?
Fuck me. No, it's not decent.
Nah.
Kiss me
Fuck off.
on the
Sing it there, sorry. No, really, no. Copyright strike, go on there.
No, I'm not a fan of. It's just Christmas is Christmas, and I think the music. You know what it is? It's the same shit every fucking year. Doesn't change no matter where you go. It's the same fucking songs playing. And you know, like I'm only 29, and the songs they're so fucking shite. Like all the old stuff. Like who really wants to listen to like old shitty music?
Right. Wait. Stop. This time next year, if this podcast is still going, this is and look at the camera, this is a cert. We will record our own
Christmas jingle.
Oh, fuck me.
Bobby will be lead vocal. Oh, boys. Okay, I have a theory, right? Well, not a theory, I have a opinion. All Alone on Christmas by Darlene Love. It's the soundtrack for Home Alone 2. And he's heard it?
Nope, can't think of it.
Sounds like that.
I know
other
that.
movie.
Yeah.
All
No, shit.
Alone on Christmas.
Shit.
Okay. Fairy Tale in
No.
New York.
Shit.
No, it's not shit.
That's a good one. That's a
You
good one.
can't even play anymore in the fucking radio. That's how bad it is.
I've heard that today.
Aye.
But you listen to that song, boys, it makes you want to lift your walking stick up and just fucking beat your wee legs around and just do a wee twirl. Anyway, moving on. So I would say if we're going to have to name one, I think just from being from this island of Ireland, north or south, doesn't matter, unless you're proud. Sorry for he came over in the boat, by the way, folks, by the way, axe on this, but don't worry. I would say Fairy Tale in New York.
It's up there.
It's up. Well,
It's up,
E17, Stay Another Day. Stay now. Baby, if you got things.
No, I think
You went so high that it didn't even pick up the mic there.
That's like my-
Wizard and all that ones, all the oldies.
The Wizard's
Wizard
Sleeve.
Slade.
The Wizard's Sleeve.
What's a sleeve?
Yeah, a large
Ever been in a
labia.
Wizard Sleeve?
A few times, mate. It's not nice. You're almost like just too much labia.
Wouldn't be for
I'd
me.
rather finally like a box of gloves for me, boys.
Eh? Where does a hat? Yeah, we'll move on because Brett doesn't like Christmas songs and Bobby
No.
likes Wizard and I like the Pogues. So I know this topic's supposed to be about Christmas, but there's a lot of questions or a lot of suggestions. So moving on.
See from the notes, you can really tell I don't like Christmas from what I wrote in my notes.
Why is this? Why is that a problem? Fuck this. Right. I'm going to get my story out of the way.
Right.
Okay. If I'm a free beers deep.
Can you do the intro again just so I can forget all the other stuff?
What intro?
Christmas.
Christmas. Topic of the week.
Do you want me to
Just
do
do
the
that.
intro again?
Yeah, just and then go on to your main topic.
Okay, guys. So it's chapter 3, content 3, parentheses, topic of the week. Topic of the week. 3. Topic of the week this week is going to be Christmas. And I love how I said, like, this is the 50th podcast. So, first ever podcast, day before Christmas Eve. Obviously, what we're going to be talking about is the topic of the month, Christmas. Anyway, to get started, I thought I would tell my festive story from the year of 2010, a year that was fantastic. To give you a bit more of an idea what happened in 2010, I can't really remember. It was a snowy year from my memory. It was a year that there was a lot of snow laid on the ground, so much so that I remember I couldn't drive my car because it was quite high in inches. Does anyone remember this year?
No.
Nope. None of you had this memory of going, this snow is quite high in inches this year.
Was that maybe like fucking one of our last
Old
white
days.
Christmases?
It was. It was
Aye.
indeed. Yeah, so look, to help you imagine, it's 2010. I lived with my parents and slept in a bedroom downstairs. Now, I slept in that bedroom alone. My parents didn't sleep in the bedroom with me. That would just be weird. I am a Catholic, but contrary to popular belief, we don't all share the bed. Okay? Anyway, so I'll always remember this Christmas because it was the last
The
Christmas
time that your parents shared the bed with you.
we're like the family from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I was literally
Yeah.
just going to say that.
Fuck me.
Who can make
I
the
thought you all just
sunshine?
fucking slept on the end of the bed like a cat.
Oh yeah, that's it. I bit their toenails for them and everything. They loved it.
That's where it's fucking started.
There we go.
Well, anyway, it was 2 days before Christmas. I was actually doing a Christmas temp job in Next Retail. I was off sick. I had the poops, okay? And I'll remember this. I ended up getting the poops because we went to McDonald's and they gave us an order extra by accident. Obviously me, like the fucking gremlin I am, mauled it. Bad choice.
That's right.
So this put me off McDonald's, by the way, until 2015. Now it's my fave. So anyway, it was 2 days before Christmas. I was off work sick, dropping bombs in my bedroom. I slept downstairs. Anyway, my sister and her husband were over from England. And my mum was trying to keep the house nice and clean, moving things out of the way, just making the house look a bit nice because she's fussy like that, trying to impress them and stuff. So I was in a pretty bad way. House was rotten in terms of my room, so no one was allowed in. But I felt an urge to run to the toilet. Now, the closest toilet to me at this stage was downstairs, okay? So that was the one that would have got most of the damage. So I ran to the toilet, done the deed. And the next thing I know is I looked to my left and it was like fucking Chernobyl up in here. Honestly, the radiation coming out of my hoop that day was
Hold
fucking
on,
next
hold on.
level.
It was like where?
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
Right.
Yeah, put an L in that though, Chernobyl, right?
Oh,
So I looked to my
right.
left. So I've done my deeds, sore stomach, unwell, off work. Looked to my left. What did I see?
shite.
In the fucking kitchen sink, full fucking turkey crown defrosting. And I'm sitting there like this. Now, obviously, my ma's tried to impress and keep everything tidy. She thought, I'll not let the turkey defrost in the kitchen sink. I'll put it on the downstairs toilet sink for whatever reason.
Oh, fuck.
I say nothing. I go into my wee hobbit hole and I just sit there and probably playing PlayStation 3. Because that year, I think The Sims 3 came out. I was going balls deep in that on the console. Say nothing. And then I hear a fucking kerfuffle. Everyone's screaming. And I'm just wondering, what the fuck's happened? Who died in this house? But it's my sister's husband. Oh, Jesus. Oh. So open my bedroom door and he just bolts past me. And I'm like, the fuck's going on here? So I follow him out. He's bolted out the back door. He's got snow in his hand. And I look down on the ground and the Christmas turkey sitting on the fucking snow. And he's rubbing the snow all over the Christmas turkey. And he's just screaming, it's putrid, it's putrid. So what actually happened is he's went into the toilet. He's seen the Christmas turkey defrosting. And he thought it went off. When in reality, my hoop has stunk the place out so much that he's freaked out. Now, he's a doctor. He's a smart fella. I don't know where it comes in the medical sense that putting snow on the fucking turkey is going to make sense and make it fucking unrotted.
He's
But
trying to
screaming
freeze it
putrid.
again.
Now, I am in fucking stitches. There's tears streaming down my face and he's sitting rubbing snow on the turkey. And I'm just like, mate, I just went in there and just, stomach's not well. And he's like, what? What you on about? And he goes, it was me. The turkey's fine, mate. It's fucking my hoop. So anyway, doesn't really talk to me. He's just, we're all kind of joking about it. He's kind of raging. Christmas Day, look, it was 2 days before Christmas. We couldn't get another turkey. So everyone's sitting there cutting their turkey and everyone's not saying anything. I start making a wee joke as I would do. And he turned into me seriously and just goes, no, the only thing I'm going to ask you is this. If the turkey was in the pit bathroom sink, how the fuck did you wash your hands? I didn't. And that's the Christmas turkey fiasco. It still gets brought up in my head. Look, that is a good story in my head, but it's a family kind of tradition. It is true.
I heard this in the radio today. Good Christmases always have a fuck up. Like a Christmas, like you just said, a memory, something happened that was just going, this is just our family. You know, I think that's what makes Christmas is if there's a fuck up, you talk about it for years.
Christmas shite.
That's Christmas shite.
But it's just fucking, just imagine someone literally found that turkey thinking it was rotted, but it was my hoop.
On social media, I'm going to put diarrhea turkey on your post on Christmas Day. Happy diarrhea turkey day.
We ate my shit turkey as well. People ate my shit turkey. So there you go, lads. So yeah, that's my Christmas turkey story. I don't have any more than that. The only thing I do have a note, I have 2 more points I want to hit. Do you remember snow days as kids?
Of course, unreal.
Yeah.
What was a snow day for you, Bobby? Talk me through it.
I was a wee cunt. I would have fucking went out and put stones in the snowballs now. Snowball fights.
Yes.
Just to throw them, just a wee bastard.
Oh, fuck
No,
You put stones in them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're having a wee
do you not do
snowball
that,
fight,
no?
you put the stones in, roll it up. Must be a
They
person
hurt.
thing.
They must
Aye.
be. Fucking filing
They
bastards.
hurt. It's because there's
Did you run out of glass that day then, Bobby? Aye.
No, snowball fights, mate. For fucking building a snowman. I didn't do any of that snow angel bollocks. But building a
I thought you
snowman.
Protestants did that holding hands.
No, that's not.
That's
Pray
just
for
yous.
Britain. No surrender. Right, no surrender. That's a DUP, is it?
No, we used to throw snowballs at the wall and write WATP.
We are the people.
Yeah,
Ah,
snowballs.
I used to throw them in the car outside the snooker club. Stand outside the
lovely.
snooker club with stones in them, throwing them at the cars like a wee asshole.
Yeah. Well, getting on the asshole topic, and I'm going to come to you in a second, Brad, about what you do. But did any of us ever used to put water and just
yes.
spread on the street?
Yeah, we had a big hill. It was called Markstown Grove. It was, and we used to go out there, say like 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock before we went in the next day, and just throw water down it. And you should have seen the state of the cars coming down the hills.
See if someone
They
did
would
that
go-
now. Fuck me.
They would go around the corner, and all of a sudden you would see that wee fucking wobble, and they would just go sideways down the fucking road. But yeah, we loved it. They were like childhood memories of.
Yeah, I was
slide down.
talking about for us to slide on them, not the fucking cars around the street.
No, we did. We used,
Ah,
we
you
used to do it too. Like whenever the car disappeared, you would go down and you try and do like kind of like the 2 foot slide the whole way down.
Mhm.
Yeah, used to do that. You remember white lines in school? Remember the white lines?
Our white lines are probably different if you ask you from last Saturday, but yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Uh,
I remember primary school. I remember you used to have 2 friends one side, and they would trail you along the white lines.
mhm.
But yeah,
It hasn't snowed in
No.
fucking ages.
it's
No.
not the other day.
I saw that's shitty snow though.
Yeah,
See when it's all fucking slushy. If it's
snow,
going to snow,
yeah.
like fucking ways up and snow properly.
We definitely had the best childhood. Our generation was the
100%.
best fucking childhood.
100%. See, talking about snow days, like my mum was working and going to uni at the same time, and I used to go to my childminder, who I went to school with her sons, and we were friends. And I remember out on the green at the front of hers, we built like mini walls of
Mhm.
snow, and it was like a proper like kind of snowball fight where team here, and as Bobby said, this team over here, we had fucking stones and packed them in, and you could fucking launch them. They were like ice, not snowballs; they were
Yeah.
ice balls.
Do you remember getting landed with the fucking like cotton fucking gloves compared to the proper real ones where you could feel it?
Remember the
happening?
£1 black gloves from the Mace.
Oh, they
And they were
shite.
and what we used to do, we were really smart. We would put latex gloves on first, then the black gloves, so that your hands didn't get wet.
It's a good idea. I was fucking
Yeah.
retard. I wasn't doing that shit.
But
But no.
school snowball like we were arseholes in school. We used to stand. We had you come out the back of the canteen,
Mhm.
and it would go straight into like our tennis courts, and we used to stand there up at the tennis courts and throw snowballs. People come out the doors, and you should hear the fucking smack time off the Brilliant. Loved
Kids
it.
aren't the
Ah.
same these days. I don't know about you,
No,
Bobby. Your
fuck.
kids are out and about. My kids are fucking. They just sit in like it's a totally different world. Not
No,
even
that's far different. now.
Must be a Protestant thing.
Yeah. But like kids, like even dogs. Dogs, I used to have a dog when I was a kid. I used to run about the street and shit everywhere. No one give a fuck. See now it's like dogs on leads. We'll put the fucker down. 2 bullets in her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, to be fair,
Yeah.
someone shit out in our front green there the other week.
Dog
like,
or a
my two
person?
kids. No, it's dog.
I was nailing his diarrhea.
One of my
It
first
is
memories is
fucking
like,
annoying.
yeah, one of my first memories is a young kid taking me underneath a tree and he did a shit. True story. Don't say anything about Catholics, Brett. You fucking cheeky cunt. He was a Protestant, by the way, guys. Just so you know.
No, he
Shit.
wasn't.
He spelled UDA with his shit. He fucking was.
What did you do for him?
Right, my final topic. It's a bit boring when we talk about what we're talking about, but Christmas films. I know Brett's probably not going to be much help here.
The Grinch.
The Grinch.
The Grinch.
The Grinch actually- the Grinch actually
Is that
a good film.
3 words? The Grinch. Are you scared of him, bro? The Grinch,
I
really?
love the Grinch.
Do you remember when the
Grinch
Grinch came out? Fuck me. You could not see this film anywhere. I remember trying to go to the cinema to see it, and it was back in the days where you couldn't book online. You used to whip out the newspaper. Every cinema was fucking bunged. It was massive. Like fucking Pokemon movie ×2. But personally, gonna have to say Love Actually, fellas. Great movie.
What?
Love Actually. Great film.
Favorite Christmas movie?
Aye, Love Actually. Bobby, you
dear.
look disgusted right now. If anyone obviously
Yeah.
listened to this, Bobby looks like a fucking just slaughtered his children.
Yeah. Fuck me. Nobody says
lads.
Love Actually.
We missed
Well,
out.
Favorite
Love
Christmas movie?
Actually.
Love Actually. Really?
Yeah.
Is yours
I
Love
think it's
Actually?
No.
I think it's top 2. I think Home Alone was number 1 and Love Actually was number 2.
Oh, see now.
I didn't even know Love Actually was a Christmas movie.
That's good.
I'd never seen it before.
Oh, it's a good film. You'll afterwards, you'll be
Sounds-
fucking saying it's good. It's like the holiday and
Oh.
stuff. But look, if you're gonna think,
It's a fucking rom-com, like it's on you.
that's what it sounds like.
To watch.
Yeah.
but
Excuse me.
Bad Santa's a great movie. Was it Thurman Merman?
Thurman Merman.
Merman
Can I fetch you a wee sandwich?
Love it. Lads, I forgot my topic of Kratos earlier. We'll just leave that. Fuck it. I was going to say, by the
Maybe
way,
the next week.
yeah, we'll leave it the next week. We'll get into that. But yeah, you've got Bad Santa. Scrooged is a great film. You've got Elf.
You're a fucking weirdo, by
Elf.
Elf's all right.
I don't like Elf.
You
I don't like
what the
Elf.
fuck?
Do you know what it is? It's Will Ferrell for me. I'm just not a fan of him. Like,
Oh, really?
I like Will Ferrell.
nah,
But do you know what I think it is? I think it's so many people like it that I just don't.
don't like it. I think
I do.
that's why I am now. Too big a following and like, oh, Elf
Yeah.
Christmas need to get fucking fuck off me. You're just.
Yeah,
following.
I'm just like, nah, I'm not having any part. I don't like it.
I'm kind of like, see if there's something really popular and like 10,000 people jump on the bandwagon, I go the opposite way just because I don't want to be a fucking sheep.
Like this podcast, 10k followers. Fucking Pinocchio.
Anyway,
my nose
that'll
is
be
growing.
the Santa Claus movies.
Santa Claus movies are fantastic. Well, the
Brilliant.
first, the second, it's good. The third, well, it's late
Third was a
2000s.
bit iffy.
What's it here? You were watching. Did you watch the show?
I haven't watched it yet. I was
Okay.
waiting until it all finished, which I think it did last week.
Sweet.
And they've renewed it for a second season, so I'm going to binge it.
They've renewed it for second season.
For obviously for next year, I would imagine.
I think Tim Allen. He's well, how's he look these days? Did you watch any of it?
No, nothing.
He was he was a fond of the snow anyway. I know that.
He probably
early
suits
years.
the Santa better now because he is older.
But he loved the snow back in the day. He was arrested for it. We bit of trivia for you lads.
Was
Yeah, was indeed. Buzz
Thanks a lot.
Lightyear fucking snorts coke lie. Right?
They're probably my favorite.
No, they are good. And we'll move on because there's about fucking 50 here. So I'll move on right on to Bobby's. So Bobby, hit us with it. Number one.
Quick fire. We'll make it quick fire questions. Some more quick fire questions.
Yeah.
What's
This-
your
this-
most memorable or favorite Christmas memory? And this could be a present or anything.
Don't mean to be a Debbie Downer here.
The day my dad left her family.
It is.
Oh,
It
for
is.
fuck's sake.
I swear to God, my mum says I remember the day my mum left my dad, and it was Christmas Eve. I remember, and my mum says you couldn't remember this, but I told her every detail. We went into my aunt's house, and she pretty much like must have said, "Oh, that's us." And I remember us being left, and I remember I got fuck all presents that year.
Ah, fuck.
Brings a tear to a glass eye. This is why I don't like Christmas, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
probably,
Yeah.
probably.
What age were you?
My mum says like
29.
1 or 2.
It's last year. It's last year.
Last
Last year.
No,
Ah.
I was 1 one or two. My mum says she's like, "There's no way you can remember," and I gave her every detail. I was able to tell like the type of floor, like weight that my aunt had in her kitchen.
Stop. Little 1-year-old Brett. That's laminate that floor is, lads. That's a
No,
good fucking fit.
it was black and white tiles.
Do you know what? I can remember a lot of stuff from when I was like 2 or 3.
Mm.
I'm not even joking. Must be a Protestant thing.
Must be. Like one central nervous system, you're all sharing fucking memories.
I can right enough though. Right, I can remember a lot of stuff.
I
from when
remember
was
the
younger.
12th of 1991. It was fucking great. Let a big bonnie at night. I
No,
remember
the
sucking on my dodo, loving it.
1690.
But I know, what was my favorite Christmas memory? This is a bit fucking sad, right? But I have a good few. You know, you think,
As sad as mine.
I don't mean sad that way. I'm not fucking depressing here. It's Christmas, fuck's sake. We're Catholics. Our families stay together. Anyway, well, actually, that's lies because my mum and dad had previous marriages, but we'll not fucking say anything more.
Yeah, we're leaving that in as well then. Fuck you.
It's not far off, like, to be honest.
Well, you've got 10 kids to look after when you're Catholic. What are you supposed to do? You break up, you're fucked. Imagine taking 10 kids on a Saturday. Fucking no one wants to do that. Anyway, my favorite Christmas memory is probably the one that's most vivid because, like, you know, getting the PS1 was great, getting the PS2. It was about September for a Christmas memory, but my mates were all playing online. Okay, so online gaming became a thing. Now, this is before the 360 and everything, but it was, and Bobby's probably gonna laugh. They were all playing fucking RuneScape on PC. Did any of you ever play this?
No.
Okay, you had sex then. But I was almost left out. They were all talking about PC, so I remember my mum bought basically a laptop and playing RuneScape, and I was like, "What the? There's people walking about here, fucking talking to each other." It was just it was an online chat room, but see, playing that, it was fucking incredible. I can actually remember New Year's Eve playing RuneScape and fishing, and then my mum talking on the phone for fucking 2 hours, so it knocked me off, and just me waiting for it to come off. But I was just, in terms of memories, it was just the best game to play at that time and just sink hours into. Progression carried over compared to anything else. Yes, I had good Christmases. PS2 was great. PS1 was fantastic. Game Boy Color, but I was too young to remember them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And going from there, like, that was probably the best that I can remember in terms of just overall long period of Christmas having a good crack. What about you, fellas?
Mine was probably the 360.
Yeah.
Most memorable one, and the reason being was Dead Rising. That didn't come out in my launch, so I don't think, I can't remember, but I was looking at that game for fucking ages before it came out. I love zombies, love zombie movies and all that kind of thing. So
Wait, do you watch them because you don't like horror films? No, it's horror games. You don't like
horror games.
All right, okay.
Horror films are my favorite. It's weird, but I looked at that game for so long. I was just obsessed with the amount of zombies on screen.
Right.
I was like, I've got to get that 360, and I did. And it was class. It was the big fucking white bastard with no hard drive or anything.
Arcade edition.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
The arcade one.
See, my first one, the 360 was a great fucking console. I remember getting that in Christmas, but I remember getting Modern Warfare 1. But playing PC kind of ruined that because it was going to PC online, and the whole buzz with Modern Warfare 1 was, oh, this is now online. It was kind of like a step back. But no, what other games did you get?
I remember. That's what I mean. That's the only, like, the memory I have of the 360 is just, I remember looking at that game.
Yeah.
And wanting a 360.
Trying to think, I got like Forza 2, Modern Warfare. But the 360, remember the blades? Like, honestly, that fucking era of gaming was fucking class.
Unreal. 360 for me is just Modern Warfare 2. I used to eat, breathe, and sleep that, and I remember even skiving school just to play it.
Yeah.
Like, I would go. My friend used to have like it was like a doll's house, but it was obviously like a fucking decent one with a TV and all on it. I remember, and I lived at number 18. He lived at number 27, so I had to walk down towards his. I just walked down, go into his like doll's house where there was beanbags and stuff, and just sit there and game all day. Like, I see COD when it comes to like what's your all-time best game, it'll always be COD. I love it. Even every year a COD comes out, everybody thinks of shit. I don't care. It's COD. COD's just fucking
Emotional.
my game. Yeah, I think like C360. I just remember. Remember what was it? Is it MLB?
The show? No, that wouldn't have been. That's
No.
Major League Baseball.
No, it was. We played games online. Like competitive.
Right.
what do you call
What
it?
sport was it?
It would no, it was called, but like it was
MLG,
MLG. Yes,
Major League Gaming.
and
Yeah.
I remember like gaming like all hours, meeting some randomers, and they're like, "Here, listen, do you want to join our clan?" And all of a sudden, I was in a clan where I played to all hours, like different games, and that's my memory of like 360. And I think I went through about 3 or 4 of them with the Red Ring of Death as well.
Mm.
It
Because
seems
they
to
were just
be.
on.
It seems to be everyone's first experience of playing online. In general, obviously, is kind of what the comes to mind was RuneScape, but I played with Call of Duty 2 before Modern Warfare back in the day online, and that's some of the best memories I've. I know it sounds sad, but I played that from morning to day or morning to night. No regrets. I fucking loved it. Yours was obviously COD, and then the Xbox in general was the first one that really was online that people played.
Yeah.
Phenomenal games. Like,
Next question, right? How do you think Christmas has changed since we were younger? 'Cause do you remember when we were younger, it wouldn't have been, there was no online, there was none of that kind of stuff. It was all like you went with your man shopping down to Castle Court or whatever, and you got the Argos book and you brought it home, and you just
Yeah.
looked through it all night.
Yeah. And you circled or ripped pages out.
Circled it, and then you would have folded the wee bit at the top. That's the
Yeah.
page I need to go back to
Yeah.
that page. And it's just
Yeah.
all the toys. It's completely
It's-
changed now.
It's strange and how like kids pick stuff because I think because of everything being online and kids watching stuff, they see it and they're like, "Oh, I want this because such and such has it," or I want like a Peppa Pig, that like see that kind of stuff where they're watching like a brand. Like we didn't really
Yeah.
have branded stuff back then. It was more what's the newest and coolest thing out. Like I remember getting like fucking spy games and like magic tricks and stuff like that. Just like
Yeah.
random but cool stuff. You maybe only played them for like fucking 2 weeks, but then that was Christmas where you got that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's completely different. Completely different
yeah.
now. I loved back then, just getting all the toys, picking them all in the Argos book or the Index. If you remember Index, it was like a fucking just like another Argos, really.
Yeah. Also another one, like I don't know if this is an old or new one, but like whenever my mum probably got a bit more money, it was Littlewoods.
Yes.
Where
Yeah.
you would get the Littlewoods catalog through the post, and you would pick out some like your big presents, that Santa was going to get you or something.
Mhm.
But
that was on credit, wasn't it?
yeah.
That's a lot more. I think that's a lot more newer than like fucking
Yeah.
our generation in the 90s growing up with the fucking Argos book and all.
Yeah.
But it's fucking class. Like I used to remember getting one of the toys that we used to get, or always pick out would be Power Rangers. Many more from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Mine was Action Man. I was a big Action Man like collector. I had loads of those.
I had
There was my memory of the best Action Man was one where his arms you rewind back and you put him in the bath and he fucking swam.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Then one of the Christmas where his stuff got a bit better, it was an Action Man that had a camera and you looked through the back of his head and you could see you took pictures with the Action Man.
That's fucking cool.
Class.
Yeah.
I just think the
see
problem.
that sort of stuff
Yeah,
was you don't get that stuff anymore. Kids don't want
There's
figures.
there's not as much buzz, I don't think, anymore compared to when I was a kid.
It's
Like
technology.
me, I was it is this technology.
Problem is everything you want's there. You want to watch a film? Yeah, just watch whatever you want. Oh, there's too much films. Don't know what to do. There's too much choice is the problem. It's, you got Game Pass now. See if you give me a game back in the day. If it was fucking shit, I would have played it for fucking 50 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
Too much choice.
100%.
It's honestly the world that we live in. That's why fucking depression's so high and everything, because there's nothing to really worry about now. People have nothing else to really kind of do. They're bored. Back in the day, if you were bored, you go out and play fucking football. Call for your mate.
That's all we did. Like growing up was football. Like people are surprised at like how well I can play football. See, whenever like her uncle's wee kid, Miley, she's going to play for Glentoran, and she's like, Brett, come play football. And she's like, how many keep ups can you do? I was like, I can do about 100, 200 easy. She's like, no way. And I just start doing about fucking 50 keep ups. She's like, pass me the ball. I'm bored now. It's, I don't know. I think we just lived. I think our generation,
Yeah.
The last generation.
Manhunt late at night. Playing
Manhunt,
straight.
We used to call it we used to do Manhunt, which was kind of like a hide and seek. And then we have Belfast Beatings as well, where you had to give your team got a letter. So we were very smart where we had a letter that was built one thing, like one that stands out we used to use was rats. But if you spell it backwards, it's star. So they would take ages to guess what our word was. And that's how you won the game. But yeah, mental.
Different generation.
Yeah.
But you have to think it was in between the digital age and then also in between fucking just doing what kids did at that stage, because you had obviously the fact that you can go around and play games in your mate's house. you had the internet, but it wasn't to the point that you could just sit all day and watch the TV.
Mm.
Even think
Can't
about
wait for your
scan.
mouth off the phone, like you said.
Fucking nightmare. Kind of it actually is depressing because I actually think this all the time. My kids have a worse childhood than I had, even though now
100%.
they've got everything.
Yeah.
I think we grew up in the best generation.
100, oh,
It was
I totally
perfect.
agree with that.
Everything was just evolving perfect.
But do you not also think that, like, where you live in, obviously, where'd you grow up, Bobby?
Mainly Crumble.
So you think it's not obviously like city centre kind of stuff? Like I
Mhm.
grew out obviously Collybackie, countryside. You know, there's not much for us to do, so we had to make our own stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I remember, like one of the things I taught the kids from around here is how to make an Indian arrow, and they're like, "What's that?" And it's like literally a bit of bamboo you shave to a point with a bit of string, and you can throw it the length of a fucking football pitch. These kids were in awe that I was able to make this out of like three things, and I'm like, are you serious? This is what we used to do for just fun. Fucking
Yeah.
make arrows and throw them along a football pitch, and you are out run the streets doing whatever the fuck you are doing.
As I generally remember, and I may have been weird. I actually asked my brother. It's just like, was I just a fucking weird child? I used to get a bottle, clear bottle, go around, capture a fucking wasp, go around, capture a spider, and make them fight. Fucking animal.
Yeah, I've done
People were
that.
like, "You're a fucking weirdo." I'm like, "That's what would I done as a kid?" I was like, "Fucking why not?"
Spun.
Aye.
And do you remember Nick Knock? Like
Yeah.
Nick Knock was I
Oh,
love, and
Labrador
and then
runaway.
we got fishing line as well, where you fucking tied it to an auger, and that see what that was one of the biggest kind of like worries I think as a kid was who was going to fucking tie the fishing line to the door. Like who,
the nervousness,
who
the
nom-
excitement.
who was nominating to go and do it, and it was always like last one to get here, last one to touch this. You know, that was how we decided stuff.
The
But
problem was if you were like, let's say someone knocked on your door today, Brett, and done that. See if you overreact, you're fucking targeted.
I know.
You're like, "Oh, you by fuck? You're the man. I dare you to do
we
his
used
house."
to we used to target people around Collywaggy based on would we get a chase? Like would they come out after us?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
like we were good kids too because we knew where all the old people live because obviously it's a small village. We wouldn't target them, but we would
Yeah.
go for like people our age probably now. Like the kids are
Aye.
probably trying to do it towards us because they knew they get like a good reaction from us.
Mhm.
But nah, different generation, as you say.
Yeah. And you actually
So-
said there as well. What was that, Bobby? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was moving on, but if you want to.
I
I
know,
don't
so was I. I was going to move on to the next question.
Well, yeah. So the next question on your kind of list here, Bobby, is do you want to explain it a bit more? Obviously, it was you to introduce it.
Yeah. So, how do you think Christmas is being on the other side, being the parent,
Shite.
being the one splashing the cash?
Shite. I don't mind spending the
Yeah.
money, but you're buying them presents that they don't play with as well. They don't care. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you cared, there's no excitement anymore to it. Like, oh, I'm getting this, but I'll-
Do you
say-
find?
Mhm.
Right, hold on. Do you find that you're buying stuff that you don't even need to?
Yep.
To make it look like more.
absolutely. Yep. My mum.
Because that's the problem I have.
I
Right.
was on just adding on to that. Sorry, is kids aren't as grateful the way we said like you get a game, you play it to death.
Mhm.
I don't think kids are as grateful as what it actually is because you said it as well. Now there's too much choice,
Mhm.
and it's like in the playground, it's a dick measuring competition. What'd you get for Christmas this day and age? Whereas before it was like, oh, what'd you get? Oh, I got this. You were buzzing that your mate got it because you probably played with it with them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Whereas now it's completely different.
Depressing. My mum, I went around to mum's house today to give her present, and she goes, "Where do you see this?" She had a fucking 2 bags, and I mean more than I bought the fucking kids for Christmas.
Mm.
I'm like, you fucking spend. Well, I'm lying. They did buy me stuff, but it's like, would you by fuck spend that amount on me even? But they're fucking spoiled. And the amount that
Cost of living as well, and the amount of presents kids get is. Do you know what it is also? Which, and for me, because I don't post on social media, I kind of pay attention more. Parents do it for social media attention.
Yep. Hate it.
Oh,
Hate
Oh,
it.
look at my kid's going to wake up to tomorrow morning, and then you're like, there is obviously people struggling, and you go, well, my kid's going to see this, or my kid's going to hear about this, and
Mhm.
you're going to be the bad parent at Christmas. I think that's the pressure of parents now is, what if I don't get my kid enough? Or what if I don't get them the big gift that they're asking for? Like, there was something on TikTok I seen, it was a Ring camera,
Mhm.
where this black man went up to the door and goes, what did you tell my child? It was Santa was going to get me an Xbox. Like, I can't afford one of the new Xboxes. And he was like, oh, it was just, off the tongue. But people don't realize, like, for especially like remember last year the PlayStations, you couldn't get them.
Mm-hmm.
and people saying, "Oh, I'm going to get my kid a PlayStation." People paying thousands for a fucking PlayStation. You know, it's mental. Like I think I'm not looking forward to. Obviously, my wee one's quite young. I'm not looking forward to all at all. But sure,
I have
well,
4.
Yeah.
fuck that, man. Fuck that.
Because the problem is, like I said in Ireland a minute ago, is there was one year they all got Switches. So that's it was near £300 each.
Fuck
Near
yeah.
enough, 280 something like that.
just for
And
one thing as well.
That's just for
Yeah,
one.
Mhm.
So then you had to fill that out because at the time
that's not
they
including games.
all they
Game
all
sharing,
like,
boys.
believed. My
Yeah.
2 big lads now don't. They know. So it's easier to manage that because
Yeah.
they know that it's me. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're a bit more
I can s-
understanding.
So I can
yeah.
say to them, you got this here. You know how much that cost, kind of thing. So I don't have to like fill it
Yeah.
out and make it look like it's loads. So that
Yeah.
as it gets older, maybe it gets a wee bit easier. But
Less
So
is more.
see, leading on to that, that's where I think my kind of questions come into it. Because, oh, sorry, I seen you got more, but I'm just going to bring this in anyway. You can ask yours after. But
Swap it around.
yeah, do you think it's right in a way? Like, see, even I put on there, Elf on the Shelf. There's another thing parents have to do.
I
Do you know what I mean?
experience this
don't.
firsthand. Yeah, we do.
It's,
I don't. Do you?
Instagram
do
thing.
it?
It's an Instagram thing.
I don't do it.
People
I
watch
can be honest, I don't
Instagram
have
and
fucking time.
and
No,
see, like, how do you tell your kids then? Like, because obviously I'm thinking of the playground conversations where, oh, my elf did this. Like, how do you kind of negotiate that?
I think
Me?
it's mad. Because you think about it, because
Me,
essentially it's going to be. Well, actually, was that the Bobby? Sorry.
Both of you, because you both kind of have the
Well,
kids at that age.
I don't. I don't know. I don't agree with it because why the fuck would a wee elf come in and fuck your house up?
Yeah,
That doesn't make
especially
sense.
especially if an elf's supposed to make sure you're being naughty or nice, but the elf's being a wee
Yeah.
wang.
The elf
Yeah.
comes in and just fucking. Oh, he's just made a fucking cunt to the floor in there.
We have a
Again,
nice elf.
social media,
Oh, you have a nice
man.
one.
Yeah, but Logan's clicking on. Like Logan last night was like, he's done that before, and stuff like this. But it's a
Run
bit
out
much.
ideas.
But it's almost like, look, to be fair, when I think about when I was a kid, one day at night, one night, must have been Christmas Eve. My dad shouted ho ho ho, and there's me at fucking age 5 going, Santa must be downstairs actually. It's a nice memory. So at the end of the day, it's Christmas magic. It's only a little while.
I disagree, and like again, leading where I'm coming from, I don't think it's. Is your kid going to grow up and be a teenager and go, my mom and dad had elf on the shelf, and look at stuff and go, what a fucking load of wanks they are for making an elf do all this stupid stuff when it's complete fake. Do you know what I mean?
It's
Like
just to show you care as well. I get a lot of it. Look, a lot of it is Instagram. A lot of it's keeping up with appearances. But to be fair with it all, like they'll look back in years and be like, the curd. It's kind of my fault. Clearly Bobby doesn't care about his fucking kids for not doing elf on the shelf. It's ridiculous, Bobby. Get a grip.
No.
Your kids are being joking.
no,
But, like, I don't.
I'm a Bobby on it, like, but
I would never have
it's-
done it. Put it that way. I probably wouldn't have just fucking bit mad to me that every night I had to fucking come up with what's the elf going to do the next day. But
I seen a really good one on TikTok where the elf put himself in the oven and that was it over.
Ah.
And it was
That's
just
a good one.
bones
fucking,
and
it's
a
mad.
burnt hat. Yeah.
I don't know where it came up. It's just mad. It is something that's obviously very new. Fucking weird, but I don't know.
Boys, I'm going to hit a go soon here because Karen's message is going to have a hand.
Yeah, well, look, it's
Yeah,
2 hours
well-
long. We can just do a few more questions and let me see.
Right, this is
So
one.
do one last one.
What's your favorite food at your Christmas dinner?
Ham. Has to be the ham. Not turkey is very plain and boring for me, but see a good ham. Oh fuck, that's what we were more excited for shopping today was getting a good ham and getting it prepped because we both love ham and the fact that I can sit, you make ham sandwiches the next day. Has to be ham for me.
Ham's great.
Now,
Her Meg cooks ham and like Coke. Like almost
Yeah,
boiled
oh,
in
it's supposed
Coke.
to be
I've done
unreal. Yeah,
Yeah,
slow
we're going
cooker.
to do ours. We're going to do ours with pineapple juice at the end.
I love stuffing, like, but if it's Christmas dinner, it's gotta be ham. Like, I'm gonna say that. Giving pure AG vibes here, but ham. Turkey's too dry. Fuck the turkey. Who cares? Just give me ham
Yeah.
all day long. Ham, stuffing, Yorkshire pudding, unreal. Sign me up, guys.
Mhm.
Look, I'm
Good gravy. Gravy's
Oh.
the kind of mix of everything.
Gravy needs to float it, in my opinion. It has to actually float on the gravy.
100%. Yep.
Soak her
Mix
by.
everything together at the end.
What about you, Bobby? Want to end it on a high note? Rock the fucking.
Sprites.
You fucking get out of this
No, you are
podcast.
I'm
fucking
not even
Sprite.
joking.
Oh, you fucking. What do you like watching children die as well on TV?
Sprites, mate, with like fucking wee bits of crispy bacon all around them, brown sauce. Take it.
Round. What the fuck?
Eat brown sauce in your Christmas dinner.
Oh yes.
Sprouts and
And
bacon.
gravy. And gravy, like
What?
gravy, plaster and gravy, and then brown sauce all over it.
Well,
You're a
lads, I think
strange boy.
that has given anyone who did bother to listen to this a reason not to listen again.
Yeah, Sprites with fucking gravy and brown sauce.
Yeah.
Take
So
it.
look, we didn't get through everything. It was 2 hours long. It was way longer than we expected, but I think we did decent.
Yeah.
So look,
I thought we
if
did
you
good.
are listening, you're the only person. Follow us on any social. We do TikTok clips. Like and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. Hopefully, it's going to be on Spotify and everywhere else. And if you feel bad for Brett because his dad left him at the age of 1, just know he's still a cunt. Not his dad, Brett. Maybe his dad is a cunt. I'm not talking that. But anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.